Monday night. He led him in minutes played. Tuesday, he's in our practice gym. I come in to give him a hug, and he is literally soaking wet, sweating like he got out of a pool. I was like, you're gross. He's hugging me. He's gross. Like, what'd you just get out of the pool? And that was at 1 o'clock, and they played the night before. They probably played their 36th or 37th game.
Right.
And the next day at 1 o'clock, he's worked so hard. He's soaking wet. That's just who he is, and that's why Jaime is where he is. And, most people in life, there's a lot of people here, Bruins, over the years are wildly successful in all walks of life, and hard work is the reason.
Well, and in general, I heard you talking about this too, that look, this day and age, I talk to my kids about this, when the going gets tough, if you're not doing well at a video game, they're allowed to just shut it down, turn it off, and start over. And that's not really a great lesson. And I heard you reference how Tom Izzo, for example, is trying to say, when the going gets tough, you just transfer. Well, the success story with Jaquez, he stuck around, he worked it out, he figured it out. You've got to hope, I would think, as a coach, that there's more of that still available.
Oh, yeah. Again, it's a lot of it had to do with how you're raised. Jaime, his family's from the era of you're not going to come home and blame the teacher.
Right.
The parents are going to take the teacher's side and the coach's side. Kids haven't changed a lick. The stuff you reference is because adults have changed. Adults blame coaches now and teachers instead of telling kids to figure it out.
Right.
Follow instruction and figure it out and get better. Because when you get out in the real world, you're not always going to you're always going to love your boss. So you got to figure it out.
Right.
You can't just, like you alluded to, you can't just transfer. So, we're figuring it out on the run this year. And we got good kids and they're trying hard. And, I'm rooting for them because and my job is to help them as much as they can. They don't have that anchor on offense. And that's why we got to win. With our toughness, with our defense, and we've got to take care of the ball because offensive rebounding is an area where we're really improving, so we got to get shots off.
As for Stanford tonight, I feel like this is deja vu. You talked to us about watch out for Oregon's freshman guards, and sure enough, Shell State is hitting shots from 37 feet. Here comes Stanford's freshman guards, and just saw what they did to Arizona. Is it kind of the same thing?
Well, Stanford's a completely different team. They don't have the quickness that Oregon has, and they don't try to turn you over. They're going to pack it in on us in defense, and they shoot the lights out from almost every position. So probably of the 10 guys they're going to play, 9 of them are great shooters. I would say above average to great shooters. Spencer Jones, obviously the best. The freshman you allude to, Carlisle's an elite shooter, scorer from Georgia that got eligible here in December. So they stretch your defense. Obviously, they put 100 on Arizona, and they're scoring a lot of points this year. So we've got to make them play defense. We got to make them block us out by taking care of the ball, getting a good shot, and it's the old adage. Teams like that, they can't score if they don't have the ball.
Right. All right, sounds like a game plan, and great to be back home. Great to see you. Belated Happy New Year. Thank you, Coach.
Yes, to everybody out there. We'll see you soon.
All right, that's Mick Cronin. More coming up after this. Bruins basketball from Learfield.
Show off your Bruin pride with the Westcom Bruin Edge Visa credit card that will make you want to 8-clap. Earn 5% cash back on select UCLA purchases and 1.5% cash back everywhere else. Plus, enjoy no annual fee and get a $500 cash back bonus when you spend $2,500 in the first 3 months. Now that's better banking for Bruins. Visit westcom.org to apply and for terms and conditions.
Today, with so much uncertainty in our lives, it's understandable to feel stressed, anxious, worried, or frustrated. It's normal, but getting help for your mental health is a slam dunk with free resources from CalHope. Make a game plan by calling our warm line at 833-317-4673 or try our secure and confidential live chat today at calhope.org. CalHope, a proud sponsor of UCLA Athletics.
This is the UCLA Sports Network from Learfield.
Aw, shucks, the game's on TV, but I can't listen to the call of my favorite team broadcasters. Never fear, Sync My Game is here.
Sync my game?
Yes, Sync My Game. If you have a DVR and streaming device, head to syncmygame.com from Learfield. It's never been easier to hear the impassioned voices of your favorite radio crew synced with the TV.
Wow, thank you, Mr.
Just remember, syncmygame.com.
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup for the 2023-24 college athletics season? You can follow the standings of your favorite school or alma mater at L Directors Cup on Twitter and online at thedirectorscup.com. That's thedirectorscup.com and L Directors Cup on Twitter. Trophies will be awarded in June 2024 to the winning institutions in all competitive divisions. Learfield Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
If the guy's got a great attitude and he's got toughness, those guys are working.
Mack revs the motor, goes to the rack. Circus shot is in and he's fouled. Andrews open. Rainbow three. Good!
If you have a great attitude, you're a tough guy and you do hard things, you're going to get that.
No look pass. Bow to the block from behind. What a job by Adem Bonus. To a stop. Now Stefanovic. A three coming. It's good! Lazar Stefanovic.
So I just believe in those kind of guys.
UCLA basketball is brought to you by Ready, the official protein of UCLA athletics. Championship nutrition fueling UCLA champions. Your helpful SoCal Honda dealers. It's their job to be helpful. By Fubo, the official streaming platform of the Pac-12 Conference. Westcom Credit Union, the official banking partner of UCLA athletics. Show off your Bruin pride with the Westcom Bruin Edge Visa credit card. Visit westcom.org to apply and for terms and conditions. Coors Light, mountain cold refreshment made to chill. 2023 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly. And by UCLA Health, where discovery leads to world-class healthcare. Elevate your game. It's game time on the UCLA Sports Network from Learfield. Back courtside, alongside Tracy Murray, here's the voice of the Bruins, Josh Lewin.
UCLA back on home court. The baby Bruins have been the kings of close but no cigar to start the season. Hopefully, they'll light one up tonight when all is said and done. It's the 6-7 Bruins against 6-6 Stanford. Josh Lewin with Tracy Murray. Let's get you right to those keys to the game. Brought to you by Cal Hope. Getting help for your mental health, a slam dunk at calhope.org. Tracy Murray, you are on.
Well, I'll tell you what, Josh, you can't give them three-point shots. You got to guard the three-point line. They're shooting 37% from three. Paint war is always important. You got to win the war in the paint, not on just one end. You got to win it on both ends. Be physical. This team is aggressive. Don't allow them to push you around on your home court. Kanan Carlisle, you got to keep somebody on him at all times. He can be explosive. Defend our home, not in our house, please. People have been making our home their home. We got to stop that now.
Yeah, Mick Cronin had been 58-6 at Pauley Pavilion, not including a convincing win against the Bruins back when he coached Cincinnati. Bruins had won 29 in a row at Pauley. Now if they lose this one, they're going to go from 29 wins in a row to 3 losses in a row at what is supposed to be a bit of a fortress. When we come back, the opening lineups, the opening tip. This is Bruins basketball on the UCLA Sports Network from Learfield.
What do the Bruins and world champion Giannis Antetokounmpo have in common? Both are powered by Ready, the official protein of UCLA athletics. Ready fuels Bruin athletes and Giannis with scientifically formulated better-for-you Ready protein bars featuring clean, all-natural ingredients, high-quality protein and fiber, and best of all, an unbelievable taste. And now Ready protein bars are available in convenient 5-packs at Walmart. Take a cue from the Bruins and Giannis. Fuel your active lifestyle with Ready protein bars. Now on sale at Walmart. Ready, fueling UCLA champions and you.
At UCLA Health, discovery and innovation lead to the best care. Our doctors and nurses work tirelessly every day to bring you the best experience so you can live your best life. It's why we're consistently ranked as a top hospital nationwide for 34 consecutive years by U.S. News & World Report. Go to uclahealth.org to schedule an appointment today at one of over 250 locations in Southern California.
This is the UCLA Sports Network from Learfield.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of UCLA Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
Once you get Jersey Mike's catering with 12 subs for any event, I'll tell you, there's no going back to other catering. That'd be like going back to using Morse code.
Welcome to Jersey Mike's.
Okay, here we go.
A pickle slice wrapped in a napkin.
Oh, wait, try this.
A brownie with extra olive oil?
Whoops, I mixed up my dots and dashes. Here.
1,800 catering boxes coming right up.
Uh-oh. Nope, there's no going back once you get catering at Jersey Mike's. A sub above.
Well, the Bruins have won their last 4 meetings against Stanford. The Cardinal last defeated UCLA 73-72 in OT in a game played in Santa Cruz during COVID on a last-second inbounds play. Last time we'll mention that tonight. Let's pause 10 seconds before we do anything else. Station ID, Bruins basketball from Learfield. UCLA 151-97 against Stanford in a series that began back in 1925 and starting next year will be discontinued. That is still hard to believe. From 1963 to 78, UCLA was 31-2 against these guys. They had a 17-game win streak in there from 66 through 74, basically from Gail Goodrich all the way through Bill Walton. This year, Stanford 6-6 and a tough team to figure out. Got drilled by Northern Iowa, then pasted a top 5 team last weekend, just destroyed Arizona. The lineup from their 8th-year head coach, Jared Haas, a guy that played at Kansas and did some pretty special things when he was on the floorboards in college. He's going to go with a pair of Joneses. Michael and Spencer are both seniors. They both average around 12 a game. Jared Bynum's a transfer from Providence, only averages 9 a game, but he's top 10 in the country in assists with 7 per game there. Brandon Angel from San Diego, he's already a senior. Tracy and I were just talking about that off the air. Seems like yesterday he was coming in here for the very first time. Maxime Reynaud, one-time teammate of Victor Wembanyama back in France. He's their big man, not as big as Wemby, of course, but he's a load, 7'1", 240, and he can hit a three-pointer. For the Bruins, to hit a three-pointer, anybody, please. Dylan Andrews and Lazar Stefanovic, they combined to go 1 for 12 in that effort up in Oregon. Sebastian Mack is the third guard. He averages a team-best 13.8 points a game. His three-point shooting's been off as well. Berke Buchtenchill and Adem Bona, two guys who basically plied their crafts in Turkey before they got here. Adem is originally from Nigeria, but got going in Turkey. And Berke Buchtenchill is from Turkey and just really finding his stride as a Bruin. He'll play in his 8th game tonight. Talking about the Bruins and lack of three-point shooting, Trace, they've never had a season at under 30% ever. They're at 29% right now.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough to play basketball without being able to knock down a three-point shot. Now everybody gets to pack it in the paint and dare you to shoot a shot. And it's even more pressure on you to knock down a shot when they do that.
UCLA 1-1 in conference so far. I remember last year they were the Pac-12 champions at 18-2. So now in the final year of the Pac-12 conference as we know it, you lose this one tonight, you're not 18-2, you're 1-2. So hopefully the Bruins have what it takes against a Stanford team that just went for triple digits in their win this past weekend. Bruins will go left to right as we see it on your radio on the beautiful white jerseys with the blue and gold trim. Stanford in the cardinal colors with the white trim. It'll be Reynaud, the Frenchman, against Bona, the Nigerian, to jump it up. Officials, two guys we know very well, Michael Greenstein and Tony Padilla. One guy who's never been in Pauley Pavilion until tonight, Tommy Johnson's from Texas. He is the third official, and Stanford controls the tip. It'll be Jared Bynum, the Providence transfer, working it up and finding Spencer Jones to the floor with the right-hand dribble, top of the key. Off it goes to the left wing. Bynum will slash inside on Bona, comes right back out to protect And with 13 to shoot, the bounce pass is knocked away by Bona, but then recovered. Buchtenschel reaches in, and they're going to give it to UCLA.
Bona was real close to picking up a first foul. He's got to be careful.
You know, into tonight, Synergy Stats had opponents at 0 for 12 on layups when Bona's been the closest defender to the rim. That is something, 0 for 12. Andrews left of the lane, gives to Bona on the foul line, thought about it, doesn't shoot it, hands off to Stefanovic, whips it past to Buchtenschel on the left wing, off to Sebastian Mack, gliding to the baseline, feeding inside, Bona catching, turning, hitting, and the Bruins are up by 2.
That's probably going to be the easiest shot Bona gets all night, point-blank range right in front of the rim.
Remember, he was close to 70% on his field goals last year. He's more like 55% this year. Bynum in the front court to the floor with a left-hand dribble, trying to steer his way around Andrews. He'll back it out. Bona on a switch picks him up. It's lofted down low, and Reynaud has got it with 10 on the shot clock. His pass is high and sailing out of bounds. Went over the leaping Brandon Angel.
Well, the Bruins are playing good defense so far.
They're going to need to, because like you said, Trace, his opponent just hit 16 threes, scored 100 points, and that was on a team that was top 5. Andrews will bring it up. Dylan had a tough couple games here during that last homestand. The Bruins were 0-2 against CSUN and Maryland. Andrews, foul line extended right, being hounded by the Providence transfer Bynum. Off to Mack, flashy dribble, getting to the right elbow. He'll fire, and it's an air ball. Bona the putback, though, cleaning up the mess.
Nice job of being alert, because air balls are hard to rebound when you're wrestling around in there trying to get position.
Mack, as always, looking to drive, but that floater missed badly. Spencer Jones, top of the key, defended by Mack. Freshman gets right up on him. Pass goes to Michael Jones. Chucks it left wing to Reynaud. Bona on him. Dribble handoff, and here is Bynum with a curl inside. Reynaud's shot missing, and Bona the rebound as Stefanovic went down, where the Bruins up by 4 run the floor. Buchtenschel dribbling with his dominant hand, the left hand, will push inside, working on Michael Jones. Little Euro step, he spins and he scores!
Nice patience by Burke, getting to where he needs to be on the floor and being patient.
What a difference. Stanford was up 7-0 to start their game against Arizona. They're down 6-0 here at Pauley Pavilion. Bynum, a long-range 3, chucks it up, misses everything, almost hit a cameraman. It rolls out of bounds.
Who is this team we're watching right now?
Well, this was not the CSUN game, I know that. Stanford, having just demolished Arizona, is chucking up air balls.
But if the Bruins play this high level of defense all the time, then they will win half the games they lost.
Andrews, yo-yo dribble top of the key, creeping left, lobbing to Stefanovic, back to the basket, shakes and bakes to the right, pull-up jump shot, good! Boy, they're feeling it. It's 8-0.
It's starting with their defense, Josh.
Here comes Bynum with a very large headband, we should point out. It looks more like triage than a headband. And the ball tipped out of bounds by the Bruins. That was Buchtenschel. Oh, they are going to call the foul with a lunge there on Buchtenschel. Am I wrong about Bynum? He looks like massive head wound Harry out there as opposed to Slick Watts. That's the thickest headband I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, they make them pretty thick nowadays.
Jeez. Dylan Andrews and Adem Bona, looking at their headbands, are literally half the size of what Bynum's running around with. Here's the inbounds to Keefe. And son of a former NBA player will put it right at the knees of Bynum. Hooks a pass inside, almost stolen. Angel trying to work his way free, 12 to shoot. He's on the foul line. Curls it to Michael Jones, tiptoes and slips and goes down, out of bounds. The ball rolls, and the Bruins up by 8 will have the ball.
Jones came out of his shoe that time. That's why he fell.
You got flashbacks to a certain star at Duke and that blowout. Remember that? About 3 years ago that was now. And Michael Jones, who actually started out in college down in North Carolina himself, but at Davidson, where Steph Curry went back in the day. Andrews to Mack at the top of the key. The freshman will wind it up on the right wing, and now get it right back to Andrews. To Mack with 17 to shoot. Shimmies inside, keeps on going, reverses it up and in. It's 10-0.
This is the best I've seen the Bruins look all year.
In the words of Jerry Seinfeld, who are these people? Bruins are happily ahead 10-0. And the fans are still coming in. They're like, what? Bynum will jet to the left and bring it out. They still haven't scored, about 3.5 minutes in. Bounce pass left to the lane, a double team. Pass comes to Keefe, who leans in and scores with a swish from about 7.
Yeah, that was a tough shot for Keefe. He caught that ball at his ankles and was able to get the ball up quickly with touch.
L.A. guy, Loyola High School product, just like our old friend Thomas Welsh. And into the backcourt, it's an over and back as Dylan Andrews ran into Bynum, who just kind of flicked it away from Andrews. So don't let up on the gas pedal, guys. You were up 10-0. Now it's 10-2. Now you just turned it over.
And here comes trouble.
Yeah, into the game comes number 3, as in I can shoot the 3, Kanan Carlisle. 28 points off the bench in their win against Arizona. He hit a 37-footer falling down at one point. Also, Andrei Stojakovic into the game, and a little touch foul on him committed by Mack. That'll be his first. Two-time Pac-12 Freshman of the Week already is Andrei Stojakovic. And, of course, he is the son of NBA All-Star Peja Stojakovic. And a guy the Bruins were really hot to come here to Westwood. Never did quite get him here. Stanford inbounding, trailing by 8. Stojakovic to the floor with left hand, driving on his man, and slipping and falling is Stefanovic, so Stojakovic hits a 10-footer.
Well, he's already creating shots like his daddy.
10-4 now. Mild run by Stanford. Andrews drips across the timeline, feeding Buchtenschil. And it's Stojakovic on him. Bounce pass to Stefanovic. And Lazar Stefanovic will get it to McClendon just on the floor for Mick Cronin. To Bona, who draws a double team. A jump pass coming out to Stefanovic. Now to Andrews. Back to Stefanovic, 7 to shoot. Between the rings. A pick from Bona. 17-foot jump shot. Good with a swish. Lazar Stefanovic.
Good to see him warm this game.
Well, remember, he was 3 for 20 on this court last homestand. He starts out 2 for 2 tonight. Bruins by 8 again. Jared Bynum dribbling in the front court, passing to Stojakovic. Stefanovic on him. Back and forth they go. Line drive jump shot rounded in for Stojakovic.
He loves to go left just like his dad. I'm seeing that right now in the first 2 plays.
Stojakovic and Stefanovic both averaging 10 points a game, guarding each other. And here's Buchtenschil, top of the key for the Bruins. Not a lot of whistles in this game. Stojakovic directing traffic. Hurls a pass to the right. Dylan Andrews draws a double team, keeps on going, goes right to the rack and lays it in.
Nice hesitation, a show and go by Dylan Andrews.
Bruins up 14-6 on a home court. Bynum will press his way left and lob a pass to Kanan Carlisle. He's from Atlanta originally. Chucks a pass to a driving Stojakovic, bumping into Bona, stripped away by McClendon, who dives on the floor, gathers it in, and now he's going to draw a held ball. That'll be a Stanford possession. Great job by McClendon just to go get it in the first place, and a timeout on the floor. Bruins started out leading 10-0, and they're ahead here 14-6. 14:22 to go in this first half. This is Bruins basketball on the UCLA Sports Network from Learfield.
Show off your Bruin pride with the Westcom Bruin Edge Visa credit card that will make you want to 8 class. Earn 5% cash back on select UCLA purchases and 1.5% cash back everywhere else. Plus, enjoy no annual fee and get a $500 cash back bonus when you spend $2,500 in the first 3 months. Now that's better banking for Bruins. Visit westcom.org to apply and for terms and conditions.
Today, with so much uncertainty in our lives, it's understandable to feel stressed, anxious, worried, or frustrated. It's normal, but getting help for your mental health is a slam dunk with free resources from Cal Hope. Make a game plan by calling our warm line at 833-317-4673 or try our secure and confidential live chat today at calhope.org. Cal Hope, a proud sponsor of UCLA Athletics.
SeatGeek's the ticketing app for fans like the sideline shot caller.
Come on, boys, pick up the pace!
SeatGeek got him a great deal on seats right near the action, so when he yells,
What are you doing? Block him!
he can be absolutely sure the players heard him. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Hi, this is Jan Vide from Domžale, Slovenia. All of the Bruins appreciate your support of the Men of Westwood, the official collective for NIL opportunities for the entire team. If you would like to be a part of what we are doing, please visit the website menofwestwood.com for more information. Thank you, Forza up and go Bruins!
The Slovenian Vide should be available later tonight. He's missed the last few games. Bruins without him so far, leading 14-6. They hit their first 6 shots tonight, now 7 of 8. Stanford, though, started heating up, too. And this battle right now between the The Serbians has been fun to watch. Stefanovic against Stojakovic. They've been trading buckets for a while.
Right, and Stefanovic, you know, he has some pride. He don't want the young Stojakovic to come in here and show him up.
Now, UCLA coming off a very close game, a winnable game at Oregon, lost it. So they start out 1-1 in conference. Stanford also 1-1. Just absolutely pantsed Arizona in Northern California. Here's Bynum, the Providence transfer, lobbing it right. Stojakovic 3, bangs out, back iron. Rebound McClendon, and he'll heave it forward down the left wing. Buchtenchill catching, back to McClendon it goes. McClendon, the only guy on the team shooting 3 as well. It's a guy that was 2 of 28 in that department last year. Off to Andrews, shakes a pass to the corner. Buchtenchill to the baseline, launches, hits from 10.
Burke is real aggressive. He's been asking for the ball. They got to throw it to him when he asks for it.
Averaging 6 a game. He's already got 4 to start the night tonight. 16-6 as Bynum wiggles left. Gets a return pass from Reynaud, who hasn't been involved yet at all. Bynum working on Bona. Bounce pass inside. Reynaud hoists it up around no good. Another rebound for Buchtenchill. And the Bruins up by 10. They'll slow the pace now, which is something you kind of thought they'd do anyway tonight. Andrews hooks a pass quickly to Buchtenchill. Slaloms it to the right. Andrews traveled with the basketball. Be quick, but don't hurry, right? Mick would like a conversation with Dylan Andrews. I'm paraphrasing. It's the second turnover on Dylan. Remember, he had the 1 assist, 5 turnovers against CSUN, which you just can't do. I mean, you can't do that against Duke, let alone CSUN. Not if you're the point guard. Reynaud will give it up here. Benny Geeler just in the game, LA native, to Spencer Jones. Out to Geeler, a little shake and bake move. Out to Jones again, top of the key. 3 ball, no good back iron. Stefanovic can't get the rebound. Neither can Spencer Jones. It's out of bounds off of Stanford. Benny Geeler is a fun guy to talk about. Valedictorian at Rolling Hills Prep with a 4.8 GPA somehow. I guess that's all AP classes, and
you can get a 4.8.
Yeah,
wow.
well, over there you can, and that's how you get into Stanford. Here is Andrews marching right, hooks a pass to Buchtenchill, serves it left to Stefanovic, trying to blow by on the left wing. He fakes a shot, finds Andrews instead with 12 to shoot. Off to McClendon, gets a bump from Bona. Out to Andrews, lining up a 3-ball, rounding out, and we get a bump underneath. Well, they get Bona on that foul.
Bona.
Who'd they get?
Bona. They said Bona pulled him down.
Yeah, this will be the first on a Dem. But remember, Bona, only 4 fouls in his last 70 minutes coming in it tonight. There was a stretch a couple weeks ago where he had 14 fouls in 70 minutes.
I think Reynaud just fell on the ground. He was trying to block Bona out, and Bona moved. That's what I saw.
Yeah, not the call the Bruins got. So Bona's to the bench, and Adai Mata is in for the first time. 16-6 UCLA. Reynaud to Geeler on the foul line. Runs into a little bit of a stone wall there. Into Reynaud with 12 to shoot. In the paint, spinning under Mata, who blocks it, but Mata picks up the foul. Tony Padilla got him for a little bumper cars underneath. So Mata, who played only 2.5 minutes the entire road trip, everybody just kind of waiting for next year, I think, in terms of how much can he get in the weight room.
And it's going to be one of those processes that's going to take a while.
Well, here's a guy at the line for Stanford, Maxime Reynaud. His foul shot up and good. I think there's a comp there. I mean, he's 7'1". I know Mata is closer to 7'3", but Reynaud's bulked up to 240.
But Reynaud came in at a decent size. Plus, he was able to move. He's athletic. 2 different players, even though they're similar sizes.
Line drive free throw goes in. Cuts the lead down to 16-8. Reynaud is an astrophysics major. I am impressed. Here is Will McClendon, lobbing left to Sebastian Mack. Finding Mata at the top of the key. Quick pass to Mack, slashing inside. Hits the bottom of the rim with his layup attempt, but he's fouled from behind. Mack is never shy about driving, is he?
No, especially if they're going to give him the right side to drive. He's going to put his head down and go.
So the guy who's taken 20 more foul shots than any other Bruin earns a trip to the line. That foul's on Carlisle, his first. They have not let Carlisle get engaged yet. That's good. That's the guy that had 28 in the game for them on Sunday. First free throw from Mack, around and out. He's in a bit of a slump with his free throws. And on that whole road trip up to the Oregons, only had 12 points total. Wearing 12 on his back. Flings up the next one. No good. Front iron. He missed them both. That's the guy who's had a 13 of 13 and a 15 out of 16 this year. Just went 0 for 2. Bruins up 16-8. Spencer Jones in the front court for the Cardinal. Dribble a handoff. Kanan Carlisle's got it. Pull-up jump shot coming. He missed everything. And they rebound to a surprise, Sebastian Mack. He'll steer it across the timeline. Back pass to Mata. Couple dribbles for the big man with his left hand. And finally finds Stefanovic. Fumbles it. Now guides his way left. He's between the rings. Off to Sebastian Mack with a left-hand dribble. Crossing over, getting to the elbow. Flicks to Mata. 10-foot jump shot. Clanged it off the front iron. No good. Rebound Stanford. Bruins are not getting offensive rebounds. Then again, they haven't missed many shots. Gieler, a catch-and-release three. Spins out. And the loose ball is pitchforked by McClendon. UCLA leading by 8. Getting across the timeline with McClendon running the show because Andrews is on the bench. Mata flicks it back to McClendon. Crossover dribble. Angles right. Finds Brandon Williams going baseline. He turns. He's pushed. Finds McClendon. 13 to shoot. Out between the circles to Mack. Goes behind the back with a dribble. Spins on Gieler and lays it in.
Mack found his way to the hole and finished with his left hand.
44 points in 2 games the week before last to be Pac-12 Freshman of the Week. That's why the 12 points on the road trip was so surprising. 18-8 UCLA. And a long three spins out on Stojakovic. Another rebound for McClendon. And the Bruins try to get to 20 points already before the halfway point of the first half. Stefanovic angling right. Tosses it top of the key. Here's McClendon using a pick from Mata, getting left. Gets a pass away to Brandon Williams. Dangerous pass to Mata. He'll hook it up with the left hand, left it short. And he has now missed 10 of his last 11 shots as Adai Mata over a 4-game stretch. And Reynaud just traveled with it. 7'1" guy trying to put it to the floor. That did not go well. Timeout, and with 10-12 to go in the first half, Bruins out beautifully, leading the Cardinal 18-8. This is Bruins basketball on the UCLA Sports Network from Learfield.
Join our team to build a stronger LA. At the Los Angeles Department of Water and Power, you'll receive competitive pay, excellent benefits, and many opportunities for professional and personal growth while providing water and power to Angelinos. We are looking for engineers, chemists, and other bright minds, new or seasoned, to keep our city charged and hydrated. Apply today at joinladwp.com.
This is the UCLA Sports Network from Learfield.
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup for the 2023-24 college athletics season? You can follow the standings of your favorite school or alma mater at L Directors Cup on Twitter and online at thedirectorscup.com. That's thedirectorscup.com and L Directors Cup on Twitter. Trophies will be awarded in June 2024 to the winning institutions in all competitive divisions. Learfield Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
Aw, shucks, the game's on TV, but I can't listen to the call of my favorite team broadcasters.
Never fear, Sync My Game is here.
Sync My Game?
Yes, Sync My Game. If you have a DVR and streaming device, head to syncmygame.com from Learfield. It's never been easier to hear the impassioned voices of your favorite radio crew synced with the TV.
Wow, thank you, Mr.
Just remember, syncmygame.com.
Tonight's game brought to you by UCLA Health, where discovery leads to world-class health care. Elevate your game, and no one gets you closer to the game than Sirius XM Pac-12 Radio. Pac-12 Game 3 for the Bruins are 1-1, and they are trouncing Stanford early, 18-8. Remember last year, the first game against Stanford, the Bruins got out to a 17-0 lead. Tonight it was 10-0, Trace, and that's carried the load.
Yeah, but what's really carrying the lowest points in the paint, 12-4 in favor of the Bruins. Also, points off turnovers are 6-2. Bruins, 6 points off of 4 turnovers.
Stefanovic and Andrews both back on the floor. Same for Berke Buchtenschil. It'll be Mata and not Bona right now as the big. And Mack is the 5th man on the floor for Mick Cronin. Bounce pass finding Buchtenschil. It's stripped away from him, rolling out of bounds off of Carlisle. And the Bruins with 21 on the shot clock. We'll get bonus sub back in for Mata, it would appear. Hey, we got to shout out Jaime Jaquez Jr. He's got a game against the Lakers tonight. We'll talk more about that as we go. But it was so great to see Jaime back on campus 3 times. It's the Miami Heat were practicing and having shoot-arounds here. That Clippers game against Miami, he had as many as 4 former Bruins on the court at one time. And that was kind of cool. Under 10 to go in this first half. Number 10, Lazarus Stefanovic, bumps it inside to Buchtenschel. He hangs, misses the layup badly. And as he fights for the rebound, he can't get it, and he commits a foul. Spencer Jones took it away from him. A little bit too much 1-2 from Berkey that time.
He was moving too fast. The first time, he took his time. That time, he was in a hurry. You can't score in the paint when you're in a hurry.
Something that our friend Mr. Hawk has learned, and learned so many things here at UCLA in his 4 seasons. Almost a 5-second violation as finally Stanford gets it in down to the basket to our right. Stojakovic being hounded here by Stefanovic. Gets a pass away to Bynum. Loops a pass to Angel with a head fake, driving in on Bona, who then strips it away. And an offensive foul anyway on Stanford. Angel steamrolled Mack.
Yeah, he didn't come to a jump stop, and Mack took the charge.
So back to Jaquez Trace, again playing for the Heat against the Lakers tonight. We come to find out his teammates in Miami are calling him Friday the 13th because he's a killer.
Yeah. I mean, he couldn't have gone to a more perfect place for him than the Miami Heat. A workman's mentality, and that's the spot he ended up in.
How about that holiday dinner at Pat Riley's house? What a long way he's come from Camarillo. Dribble a handoff, Sebastian Mack on the foul line. Pull-up jumper coming, back iron no good. And the rebound by the littlest man on the floor, Jared Bynum of Stanford. Motors across the timeline. Skids to a stop left elbow. 18-8 Bruins. Spinning is Carlisle. He lost his balance. It's a held ball. This will be Bruins possession this time. Stanford is slipping and sliding like they're on ice. And they don't have anybody with more than 4 points right now. That's Stojakovic, the 5-star recruit who chose Stanford over UCLA, a top 20 national recruit. And as you've talked about, Trace, the son of NBA greatness.
Yes, Page's son, and you can see some similarities in the game.
Andrews will march it to the left, handing off to Stefanovic. Now to Bona. He's on the foul line with Brandon Angel trying to defend. Pass gets away to Dylan Andrews, 12 to shoot, leans in, the runner, no good, back iron, it's tipped. Brandon Williams goes over the top.
Yep.
And he's called for the foul, his first, that loose ball foul on the Bruins.
Why didn't Andrews throw the lob to Bona? He was wide open.
Right. Oh, he's been stuck on 18-8 for a while. One more thought about Jaquez. First Heat rookie to score in double figures 13 straight games since Dwayne Wade in 2003. So congratulations. What a great start to his NBA career. Quickly into the front court, Stojakovic. They'll glide to the right, get it back out to Andrew Bynum. Largo, Maryland native, outside of Washington, D.C. 9.5 to go first half. Stefanovic defending. Stojakovic trying to paddle his way inside. He turns, gets it out to Bynum, goes right around Brandon Williams, and tosses it outside with 5 to shoot. Carlisle to the corner. Michael Jones, 3-ball good with a swish.
You don't want to leave Michael Jones that wide open. He will kill you.
18-11 now. Stanford has finally hit a 3. They had started 0 for 5. They were 60%, 6-0, from distance against Arizona over the weekend. They've cut it to 18-11.
And we got to remember, that was at home for Stanford.
Andrews driving right. Now back to the left for Stefanovic. Inside it goes for Bona. Back to the basket. One dribble, working on Angel. Floats it up. Missed that layup. It's tipped. And Stanford's got it. Andrei Stojakovic, who's 6'7", will get it across the timeline with a high left-hand dribble. Maneuvers into the paint. Tough shot. Missing off the back iron. And the rebound corralled by Brandon Williams. Bruins up by 7. Here they come. Brandon Williams, top of the key. Chest pass to the right. Stefanovic on the move. To the right wing, Sebastian Mack. Couple dribbles with the left hand. Keeps on going with the left hand. Changing to his right. Circus shot is good. And the foul. High up off the glass. Above the square. And it had the English on it to spin through the net. What a play.
That's why when you hear the whistle, get the ball up in the air.
6 points already for the super freshman Sebastian Mack. Guy who played his senior year of high school in Vegas, and that was kind of a Vegas magic act right there. Timeout on the floor. Mack will be at the line when we return. 7:29 to go first half. Bruins 20, Stanford 11. This is UCLA basketball on the UCLA Sports Network from Learfield.
Bruin fans, it's time to get your roll on with Roll 'em Up Taquitos, the official taquito of UCLA Athletics. Using Mama Karen's special recipe, our taquitos are hand-rolled daily and fried to order with your choice of chicken, ground beef, and vegetarian options. We've got Bomb AF Taquitos, along with a delicious selection of side dishes and our Bomb Churro Donuts. Visit rollemup.com to explore our menu and find the location nearest you or book the food truck for any private catering events. Eat, clap, and roll 'em up.
Hey, UCLA fans! Thank you for voting for Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel as the best casino outside of Las Vegas and the Pines Modern Steakhouse as best casino restaurant in the 2023 USA Today 10 Best Reader's Choice Awards. We appreciate your support and votes in putting us on top. Join us at Yamava Resort and Casino, California's #1 entertainment destination for big wins and bigger prizes. Details at yamava.com. Must be 21 to enter. Please gamble responsibly.
At UCLA Health, discovery and innovation lead to the best care. Our doctors and nurses work tirelessly every day to bring you the best experience so you can live your best life. It's why we're consistently ranked as a top hospital nationwide for 34 consecutive years by U.S. News & World Report. Go to uclahealth.org to schedule an appointment today at one of over 250 locations in Southern California.
UCLA alumnus Uncle Artie Purdy, proud to be the official law firm sponsor of UCLA Athletics. Go to plg.law to coordinate your free consultation with Uncle Artie. That's plg.law. And Bruin fans, did you know the Ralph's app gives you easy access to weekly sales and a lot more? Ralph's is a proud partner of UCLA Athletics. Bruins started 6 of 6 from the field and 7 out of 8. They've cooled since then, going just 3 of their last 10. Still no three-point shots going in yet. That's kind of par for the course. But a 20-11 lead as Sebastian Mack just Cirque du Soleil'd one up and in. He's going to get a chance for a three-point play now, too.
Well, this is something that we haven't really seen all year. The Bruins are shooting 55% from the field. And, of course, we know that they haven't hit a three-point shot. They've only taken one. I'm not mad at only taking one when you're shooting 55% from the floor.
Right, and knowing that you're shooting 29% from distance this year, the Bruins have the 348th most made three-pointers per game in the country. So why not steer into who you are, right? I mean, if that's who you are, if you can't make threes, maybe don't try a lot of threes.
The 0 for 2 from the free throw line got to improve, though. You can't be 0 for from the free throw line.
You know what's really weird, Trace? I know this season feels like such a punch in the head at 6-7. It's the worst start in 14 years, but in the Ken Palm rankings, the Bruins are actually 84th. I would have thought it would have been a lot worse than that. Stanford's 83rd. Now, apparently they're going to wipe away that basket and say it's an inbound instead. That's a bit of a surprise. It stays 18-11, and the Bruins simply got to inbound it off the foul. Mack hooks it to Jan Vide. He'll stampede inside. He'll miss a little runner right on the baseline, and Stojakovic hugs a rebound for Stanford. Finally get to see Vide on the first time in about 3 weeks. And his first shot is a 5-foot miss. Stojakovic hounded from behind by Vide, strips the ball, and Mack will thunder down court. He'll maneuver inside, lay it up, and it rolls out on him. Brandon Williams, the putback, though.
That's why you run the floor in your offensive rebound. You assume every shot's missed.
Even a little layup right there. So now it's 20-11 after all that. Raynaud rifles a pass to the right wing, and a pull-up jumper coming. It's in from Kanan Carlisle, his first bucket, the guy that had 28 the other night.
Well, you don't want him to get started tonight.
Bruins had that 10-0 start. It's actually been 13-10 Stanford since then. Andrews, yo-yo dribble top of the key, lobbing left to Mack. Gets it to Bona, back to the basket. Bona had a quick start. Now to Mack, his shot rattling in from 16.
And they said that's a 2.
Yep, 8 points for Mack already. But he hit a couple free throws, he'd be in double digits. Carlisle thought about a 3. He will try a 3. He'll roll in a 3 from 22.
Okay, now you got the back and forth buckets between Mack and Carlisle going on right now.
22-16 ball game. Andrews hedging his way left. Vide setting up shop in the left corner, but the pass goes to the right side instead. Now to the top of the key, Bona Feeding to Vide. He'll drive to the left, keep on going, lay it up, and score. Jan Vide loves getting 2 feet in the paint. And the Bruins are ahead now 24-16. Back the other way, Stojakovic fadeaway jump shot, missing back iron. Rebound Mack. He teeters on the end line, and they say he traveled with the basketball. And now he collapses to the ground. Did he twist an ankle?
Oh, no.
He was trying to stay in bounds, and he came down awkwardly. He's going to be helped up by Tyler Lesher, the trainer, not putting any weight on his right foot right now. Well, unless that end line is actually made of broken glass, that's a weird look right there. I mean, Sebastian Mack was just trying to teeter on the end line. The next thing you know, he's down grabbing his ankle. And he will limp off the court. Will McClendon comes in his place. 5:40 left in the first half. Bruins by 8. Jared Bynum to inbound. Looking for Spencer Jones, but he's not open. It's looped in instead and finally caught by James Keith near the midcourt line. He'll pass back to Kanan Carlisle, the freshman from Atlanta, part of that overtime elite program. Quick three, around and out. Hit the backboard first. Rebound tipped around out of bounds going back to UCLA.
Keith was really close to getting an offensive rebound putback.
They still don't have an offensive rebound yet, do the Stanford Cardinal, and only 3 assists for them. Bruins 24, Stanford 16. Stanford had 100 points their last game. Andrews bounce pass to the right elbow. Brandon Williams, who's really come on the last few games, to Vide. The Slovenian driving, pulls up, gives to Bona. Lobs a pass left. Dylan Andrews, a little shake and bake to the corner. McClendon, 6 to shoot. Tosses into Brandon Williams, back to the basket, out to McClendon. Couple dribbles, pull-up jump shot coming, back iron. No, rebound Spencer Jones, and Stanford runs the floor. Jared Bynum, crossover move on McClendon, pushes off, lays it up, and we get the foul. I thought offensive, yeah?
Yep.
On Jared Bynum. He was the Big East 6th man of the year in 2022, playing for Providence. Had a 32-point game for the Friars against Georgetown. And when you look at his stats, Trace, he's putting up the same numbers that Brevin Knight used to put up for Stanford not too long ago. I used to love watching him play. Andrews will shimmy to the left with 4:40 left first half here at Pauley. Bruins ahead 24-16. Bona on the right wing to McClendon. Back to Bona between the rings. Now cross-court pass. It's McClendon. Shake and bake going baseline. Long pass comes out to Andrews to Vide. He'll crawl to the baseline. A runner around and out. Rebound tipped by Brandon Williams. No good. And a loose ball foul called underneath.
Right, Brandon Williams.
Yeah, Brandon Williams up over the top for a second time. That's his second foul. So holding it 24-16, and things have certainly calmed down in terms of the electricity. The Bruins had started 6 for 6, but since then they are 6 out of 18.
Right, and you know, sometimes the adrenaline flows a little high at the beginning of the game, and you start doing things that's, you know, once the game settles down, it settles down. Now what are you going to do? And that's where the Bruins are right now. They're stuck in the mud, and they need to get out.
Kanan Carlisle to shoot a free throw with a possibility of 2, and he's 11 out of 12 at the line so far.
Here's the positive thing. The Bruins are still up 8, though.
Foul shot on the way, and it's good with a swish.
Well, 7.
As Kenny Nuba will check into the game for Williams. Bona still with just the 1 foul, so he stays on the floor. There's 28 points for Carlisle the other day, most by a Stanford freshman in 12 years. Eyeballs the back of the rim, flings it up. No good, front iron. Vide took a rebound away from Bona. Jan Vide playing with the white T-shirt underneath the white jersey. Same for Bona. Andrews will angle to the left, finding McClendon. 3-point shot from the wing. He airballed it. And Spencer Jones is pushed by Nuba as he gets that rebound. Foul on Kenny Nuba.
Took Nuba no time to come in and get a foul.
Yep. That's been the problem for him. Good to see Sebastian Mack coming right back in. They've worked on that ankle, and he'll give it a go. But Stanford gets another 1-1 here. And McClendon, the last 2 games now, his first 3-point attempt has hit nothing. And it's almost like there's helium in that basketball. Both times it's like a too light basketball that he shot.
Well, they saw him hitting shots at the beginning of the season. Now everybody knows you're hitting shots. Now everybody's going to be a little bit closer.
Spencer Jones, only 64% from the line, rips in the first one. This is now just a 6-point lead.
No one's going to allow you just to catch and shoot when they know that's what you can do.
Spencer Jones coming off an 8 for 9 game from the field against Arizona. It's another free throw. 24-19. Andrews will creep across that timeline. He's got 4 points. Does not have an assist yet. And he'll find Bona driving. Puts it up. No good. Rebound tip. Bona can't get it. He and Nuba, two bigs, are out there right now. And the Bruins are in a bit of quicksand over the last few minutes now. Gieler will give it up to Bynum, who will drive right on Mack. I thought he traveled with it. Or did they say he palmed it? Either way, it's a turnover. And a timeout on the floor. Bruins suddenly have missed 4 shots in a row. Probably a good time for the TV timeout right here. Just slow themselves down and get collected again. It's the Bruins 24, Stanford 19, with 3:55 to play first half. This is Bruins basketball on the UCLA Sports Network from Learfield.
You know, I'm trying to change the game. I'm born and raised in LA. In so many different cultures, everyone has a word for kind of the cool uncle. You know, I'm everybody's uncle and I'm going to treat you like family at my firm. Insurance companies, defense counsel, all these guys, they don't care about you. They want to get out of having to pay you $1. I'm here for the people. You don't want to ever go into a fight where the other side has a lawyer and you don't. All I want to do is be the LA lawyer go-to, and I'm here for everybody.
This is the UCLA Sports Network from Learfield. Once you get the meat and cheese for your sub freshly sliced right in front of you at Jersey Mike's, I'll tell you, there's no going back to anything else. That'd be like going back to dial-up internet. Am I connecting to space to order Jersey Mike's? Any day now. Okay, it's about to connect. What? Who picked up the phone? Nope, there's no going back once you see it freshly sliced at Jersey Mike's. A sub above.
With the Ralph's app, shopping online with pickup and delivery is the same as shopping in-store. Same low prices, same personalized deals, same rewards on the same high-quality items like Honeycrisp apples and pasta sauce with no hidden fees or markups. It's one small click for groceries, one big win for busy families everywhere. Start your cart today at Ralphs.com. Ralphs, fresh for everyone. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Coors Light, mountain cold refreshment made to chill. Proud sponsor of UCLA Athletics. Celebrate responsibly. Bruins leading 24-19 over Stanford. Boy, are they spreading out the scoring. They got 5 4s and 2 2s for their scoring so far. Not a lot of zeros, but nobody with even a 6 yet. Stanford, meantime, they're kind of spreading it out as well and starting to hit a few more shots to get back to within 5 points.
Well, we talked about this Bruin team has to do it by committee. And there it is right there. 4 or 5 guys with 4 points, a couple with 2.
And still no 3-point shots have gone down. Bruins have only tried 2 of them as they stay away from a weakness, essentially.
As they should.
If you're 348th in the country in 3-pointers per game, yeah, just stop shooting them. Here's Andrews backing out. Bruins attacking the basket to our right, leading 24-19. Kenny Nuba shuffles his way right. Gives it off to Sebastian Mack. Offensive foul. Do they get Nuba again? Wow, Kenny Nuba on a moving pick or moving screen. That's 2 quick fouls on Nuba, and Brandon Williams with 2 fouls will come right back in. So they're really staying away from Adai Mata, as he's only played 1 minute, didn't play at all against Oregon. And they're giving Brandon Williams a lot of opportunity. Here's Gieler to bring it up for Stanford. L.A. native off to Michael Jones. Now to Keefe at the top of the key. Bona shrink wrapped on him. Keefe swings an elbow to get loose. Finds Michael Jones. A Davidson transfer. He'll curl his way right at his pocket. Picked by Mack. Loose ball. Bona grabs it. And then a held ball. That should be Stanford's possession. Our 4th held ball of this first half. The Bruins have had quick hands, but then credit Stanford because they reach right back in, try to pry it free. 9 turnovers against Stanford already, and it's going to be 4 now on the Bruins. And a Bruins scoring drought of about 2.5 minutes. Gieler to do the inbounding with 13 to shoot, 3:22 to go first half. Crowd still coming in at Pauley Pavilion. We had the early start tonight. Spencer Jones top of the key, wiggles left, finding Gieler. Gieler with a little jump step, moving left, finding a cutting Carlisle. A 3 on the way, front iron no good. Rebound boxed around, rolling out of bounds. UCLA basketball. I think Spencer Jones thought it was going to be Cardinal basketball, so he just kind of escorted it out.
It looked like it was knocked out of his hand, to be honest with you.
The two teams have combined to go 0 for 9 in the last 3 minutes. So he stays stuck at 24-19. Under 3 to play first half. Andrews to Mack, who creeps his way left. To Andrews, a head fake, bumps into Giller, who goes down. Open 3, Andrews missing. Bona leaping in for the rebound, but they're going to call a foul from behind. Bona got pushed. That is indeed James Keefe, the son of Adam Keefe, 9-year NBA veteran, and Stanford's all-time leading rebounder. Mom, Kristen Klein Keefe, an Olympian and 4-time All-American on that volleyball team.
Yes, she is. We're all in Cuba for the Pan American Games together.
In it comes. Bona, two-hand stuff on a beautiful feed from Andrews out of the inbounds play.
Nice ball fake to the outside, and Bona cut down that lane just perfectly for that pass.
Well, that's an easy assist for Andrews. 26-19 now. First dunk of the game for Bona. Keefe at the top of the key. Chucks a pass to the right side for Spencer Jones. Now to Keefe again, to Gieler. Thunders his way left, and Carlisle swims his way in, blocked by Bona. And it comes down into the arms of Mack. Here come the Bruins. Mack trying to get coast to coast. Now thinks better of it. It's fumbled by Brandon Williams. And the other way, it's Carlisle. Shifting into Stefanovic, lays it up and scores it in a foul. Stefanovic victimized there. It's a chance for a three-point play.
He did try to take the charge, but, I mean, it was hard to stay in front of Carlisle the way he was moving.
Stanford's cut it to 26-21. And, if the Bruins just could have hit that shot down at the other end or not turned it over.
Well, a jump pass to a guy that's not even expecting the ball in transition is not the way.
Keenan Carlisle already with 8 off the bench, had 28 off the bench against Arizona this past weekend. Mentioned he's from that overtime elite program like the Thompson brothers. Bunch of guys at Kentucky this year. Dominic Barlow, San Antonio. Kind of an alt high school / college program there in Atlanta. Free throw dancing in off the front iron. So 9 for Carlisle, and don't look now, it's 26-22. Bruins had that 10-point lead at 16-6. Andrews loose with the dribble. Will cut his way to the right, keep on going. Fan it out to Alain Fablé, who drives and lost the ball. It'll go back to Stanford. And Alain Fablé, every time he comes in, makes one mistake and then goes right to the bench. He is the king of playing 16 seconds in a ballgame. Will he come out again? Yep. He was out of control on that drive to the basket, turning it over. And that's another quick hook for the Frenchman. Carlisle, they inbound it for Stanford. The Cardinal getting right back in this ballgame. You kind of thought they would head that way. Bruins took their foot off the gas, and it's cost them dearly. Carlisle left of the lane, hounded by Mack, finding Spencer Jones. So far, 2 of 9 from distance for the Cardinal. Pass goes to the right wing. Michael Jones slithers inside. The runner blocked by Bona, but there's a foul called.
Stefanovic.
Yeah, Stefanovic got in the way of all that, and all of a sudden, Bruins are starting to stack up a bunch of fouls. They've got 11 of them, and Stanford called for only 5. That's the second on Lazar.
Yeah, Lazar can't afford to get in foul trouble.
He's that glue guy. Mick wants him out there for sure. Michael Jones, a great three-point shooter, but mediocre from the line, 63%. Guy that chose Stanford over Alabama and Northwestern in the portal. Foul shot up, it's good. Jones originally from Minneapolis. McKinley Wright the fourth, Jalen Suggs, all those guys killed the Bruins.
That's been kind of a hotbed lately. A lot of talent's been coming out of Minneapolis.
You bet. One more coming here at the basket to our left. Chance to make it a 2-point game, and you've got it. Swished in free throw for Michael Jones. So the air is leaking out of the balloon here for UCLA. Andrews tiptoes across that timeline. Gieler, strong defensive player, almost whipped it away. Jones tips it out of bounds. Bruins will keep it, but boy, they're getting sloppy with that basketball. They've turned it over 4 times in the last 4 minutes.
All it was Stanford was figuring out how hot the water was before they jumped in. That's all it was.
Will McClendon drags a pivot foot, finds a cutting Sebastian Mack. Back to McClendon with 14 on the shot clock. 1:20 left in the half. Mack with a hook of a pass to the left. McClendon rifles it inside. Bona turning, goes to the corner. Andrews a 3 ball short. Bruins still don't have a 3-point make. 1:08 to go, and Gieler brings it up for the Cardinal. He'll slalom left, give to Jones. A 3-ball coming around and out and over the top of the backboard. That kissed every inch of the iron before deciding not to go in.
This is another game where Spencer Jones doesn't play as well in Pauley Pavilion like he does up there in Maples.
He had an 0 for 7 here a couple of years ago. But this is a guy who's very close to being top 15 all time on their scoring list. So here are the Bruins under a minute to go, just kind of clinging to the ledge right now. I mean, they just started flying in this game. They have parachuted back down to earth. Only a 2-point lead. Mack to the corner. Head fake for McClendon. He'll drive. He's blocked from behind, but a foul called. And maybe the Bruins finally will earn their first free throw make of this game. Foul going on Carlisle, his second. Bruins are 0 of 2 at the line. Stanford 8 of 9. Crowd is filled in nicely here. Again, that early start. That necessitated a lot of traffic, I'm sure, coming in. Circling around, trying to park. McClendon flings the first one up. It's good with a swish. Will is 8 of 11 at the line this year. He played some critical minutes in that win against Oregon State. Had 2 of the team's 9 made threes in that game. Stanford takes a timeout here, by the way. One more free throw still to come. So 9 three-pointers made at Oregon State. And I guess you're thinking at that point, okay, maybe the Bruins have at least a little something in that regard. But since that game in Corvallis, Tracy, they are 3 for 23 from distance.
Well, there's a such thing as one game catching fire. I mean, I'm trying to be as positive as I can here about the three-point shooting. This is not a three-point shooting team. They just had a good night that night.
Bruins really are just struggling to score, period. 67 points a game. That is dead last in the Pac-12. But 62 points a game allowed. That is the best in the Pac-12. No one has shot even 47% against UCLA this year. And Stanford tonight is at 31%. But this is what Villanova shot against the Bruins, and they won that game to the Wildcats.
Well, they can shoot threes. That's how they got back in the game.
Out of the timeout, McClendon, one more foul shot coming. Remember, the Bruins led 10-0 and 16-6. Now it is 27-24. And as the foul shot rolls in, make it 28-24. And the Bruins pressing a bit here as Bynum will try to break that press. He's their graduate senior leader. Doesn't have much of an issue getting it near the midcourt line. Finally crosses it with a second to spare. Finding Spencer Jones on a cut. Off to Michael Jones. Now to Gieler. Lobs a pass to Reynaud, the big Frenchman. Hounded by Bona. Don't pick up that second foul, Adem. Adem, with 7 on the shot clock, continues to play defense on Bynum, who slithers to the right into Reynaud. He bats it up. No good. It's tipped in, though, by Michael Jones. Bruins still have 18 seconds on the clock here. And they'll hold for a final shot, leading 28-26. Credit Stanford for fighting back in it. Here's Mack crawling right now, going left. His circus shot no good. Tipped by Bona no good. And over-the-top foul is called here on Stanford and Gieler. So the Bruins with 1.6 left should be able to get one last opportunity.
I think Bona's going to the line.
Bona walks way away from the line right now.
Just to compose himself.
6 points, 4 rebounds for the big man. Had the 15-point, 11-rebound double-double against Oregon and seemed to have unlocked whatever it was he had last year that had us all so excited. Takes some time to tuck the jersey into his shorts. You're right, just kind of taking his time to make sure he's got everything together here. Bruins defense, for the most part, has been great again. The offense has started to dry up. Foul shot up. It's good. One more coming for Bona. One and the Bona. And still no Bruin in double figures. Closest for Stanford is Carlisle with 9 off the bench. Stanford will have a second and a half after what happens here. 29-26 UCLA for now. Wide stands for Bona to shoot that free throw at the basket to our right. On its way. Good with a swish. Stanford to inbound. Michael Jones looking around, gets it to midcourt. Spencer Jones from the midcourt line. Oh, on the back iron, no good. He almost hit it, would have counted. Bruins had that 10-0 blitz to start. They'll settle for a lead at a halftime of 30-26. Back in just a moment. This is Bruins basketball from Learfield.
Today, with so much uncertainty in our lives, it's understandable to feel stressed, anxious, worried, or frustrated. It's normal, but getting help for your mental health is a slam dunk with free resources from Cal Hope. Make a game plan by calling our warm line at 833-317-4673 or try our secure and confidential live chat today at calhope.org. Cal Hope, a proud sponsor of UCLA Athletics.
Are you looking to buy or sell real estate? Stephen Mullins of Vista Sotheby's International Realty is proud to support UCLA Athletics and is your go-to real estate advisor. UCLA alum Stephen Mullins was raised in Los Angeles and understands the value and characteristics of each neighborhood. With 16 years as a former corporate lawyer, he is well-versed in protecting your interests and has a reputation of always putting his clients first. Visit StephenMullins.com to work with a fellow Bruin like you. That's StephenMullins.com. DRE number 014879777.
This is the UCLA Sports Network from Learfield.
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup for the 2023-24 college athletics season? You can follow the standings of your favorite school or alma mater at L Directors Cup on Twitter and online at thedirectorscup.com. That's thedirectorscup.com and L Directors Cup on Twitter. Trophies will be awarded in June 2024 to the winning institutions in all competitive divisions. Learfield Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
Aw, shucks, the game's on TV, but I can't listen to the call of my favorite team broadcasters.
Never fear, Sync My Game is here.
Sync My Game?
Yes, Sync My Game. If you have a DVR and streaming device, head to syncmygame.com from Learfield. It's never been easier to hear the impassioned voices of your favorite radio crew synced with the TV.
Wow, thank you, Mr.
Just remember, syncmygame.com.
Welcome to the Bruin Halftime Report on the UCLA Sports Network from Learfield. Scores and highlights from around the Pac-12 and across the nation are coming up, as well as a recap of the first 20 minutes. Now let's go back courtside and rejoin the voice of the Bruins, Josh Lewin.
First half that started with fire, ended with a fade. The Bruins made 7 of their first 8 shots, just 1 of their last 8 shots, but they're up at the half over Stanford 30-26. Going to have a chance to chat with Ken Grawer, the Men of Westwood here during the break. Tracy Murray has kindly donated his headset so we can talk about Men of Westwood and the NIL program that finally is going here at UCLA. And Ken, I know people ask you this all the time. You've probably perfected the elevator pitch. What exactly are we doing?
That's a great question. I don't know. No, we are helping student athletes. So that is now allowed with name, image, and likeness. We want to make sure that the Bruins are at the most competitive level possible. We have great coaches, we have great administration, and we have great tradition. And we need to come into the new world order of college athletics. And we started this to support the men's basketball program, and it is morphed from there into supporting football. And we have Champion of Westwood to support the Olympic sports and women. We launched it for the women's basketball team, and we're hoping that we have corporate sponsors, individual donors, and just everyone who loves the Bruins will continue to help us.
menofwestwood.com for more information, and the blanketing of the arena tonight, courtesy of our good friend Chris Aranaga and Guerrilla Marketing, all these blue Men of Westwood towels that people can wave around and take home with them. Perfect world, Ken? I mean, I don't know if there is a perfect world in this new frontier anymore, but where does it go? I mean, what's the ultimate here?
I wish I had the answers of where it's going to go. I know that we can't kind of harp on where it is. That's the issue right now, Josh. I think in a perfect world, this system wouldn't be in place the way it is. Unfortunately, we can't change it. It's the world that we live in now. So instead of kind of complaining and bemoaning where it is, let's just unfortunately play in the sandbox that's been built.
Do something about it, right? Ken Grayworth's done such an amazing job. Thank you, buddy. Hopefully Bruins hang on and get this one tonight.
Thank you, and I just want to thank all our supporters and everyone who's given. Go Bruins, and menofwestwood.com for all the information, and thank you for everyone's support.
Those Men of Westwood on the court tonight, leading Stanford 30-26 at the break. Back after this, Bruins basketball from Learfield.
Hello, Avello. Did you know you can fly nonstop from Burbank to 13 cities? With everyday low fare starting at just $39 one way, you can enjoy a getaway of your choosing with your friends and family. And now for a limited time, you can take an extra $30 off round-trip flights when you book by the end of the season with promo code UCLA30. Book your trip today at AvelloAir.com. That's AVELOAIR.com and say hello to Avello.
That to-do list you have needs one more thing. Chill. It's an easy thing to do. Just crack open an ice-cold Coors Light and chill. Take the afternoon off and binge watch anything. Go to happy hour and stay for a couple hours. Who's counting anyways? Or hang out with just your dog, because you've had enough human interaction this week. Whatever you do it with a Coors Light. Mountain Cold Refreshment made to chill.
2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly. UCLA basketball is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Looking for a career path with flexibility and great pay and benefits? Go to progressive.com/careers and apply online today.
Fubo is the official streaming platform of UCLA Athletics. With Fubo, you can watch every Pac-12 game, plus more college and pro sports, shows, movies, and news on over 350 live TV channels. Stream it live on your TV, phone, and other devices. No cable required. The best part? You can try Fubo free. There's no contract or commitment. To start watching, just go to FuboTV.com. That's FUBOTV.com.
Ralph's always gives you savings and rewards on top of our lower than low prices. And when you download the Ralph's app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons. Plus, you can earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. And with a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. So you can always save big every day with our savings and rewards. Ralph's, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
Halftime at Pauley Pavilion, and UCLA holding a 4-point lead over Stanford, 30-26. Dave Pulaski inside the Learfield Network studios as we go through your first half highlight recap of this one. It was a great start for the Bruins as fans were still making their way to their seats. UCLA was able to blitz the Cardinals starting out on a 10-0 run, and Sebastian Mack was able to cap that 10-0 spurt to start the game.
Andrews to Mack at the top of the key. The freshman will wind it up on the right wing, and now get it right back to Andrews. To Mack with 17 to shoot. Shimmies inside, keeps on going, reverses it up and in. It's 10-0.
Things slowed down a little bit as the two teams started to trade baskets in the middle stages of the first half, but again, Sebastian Mack getting to the cup.
Brandon Williams going baseline. He turns, he's pushed, finds McClendon, 13 to shoot. Out between the circles to Mack, goes behind the back with a dribble, spins on Gieler, and lays it in.
And then Stanford was starting to make a comeback. They trimmed it down to a 5-point game at 24-19. UCLA had the ball out of bounds. They had up the perfect play that was drawn for Adem Bona.
In it comes. Bona, two-hand stuff on a beautiful feed from Andrews out of the inbounds play.
And Adem Bona with a strong start. He has 8 points, and that's tonight's best in the game, brought to you by Old Dominion Freight Line. Old Dominion Freight Line works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to be the official freight partner of UCLA Athletics. 30-26. Bruins on top of the Cardinal. We'll have your Pac-12 and Top 25 scoreboard next on the UCLA Sports Network from Learfield.
Traveling to an away game to watch the Bruins win big? Get ready to celebrate. Celebrated a little too much? Time to sleep in. Slept in and gonna miss that flight home? Time to change your flight without paying change fees, thanks to United. So when will you worry about getting back? Tomorrow? Maybe. United, proud sponsor of UCLA Athletics. Does not include basic economy unless a United waiver applies. Exceptions apply for certain international flights.
Bruin fans, it's time to get your roll on with Roll 'em Up Taquitos, the official taquito of UCLA Athletics. Using Mama Karen's special recipe, our taquitos are hand-rolled daily and fried to order with your choice of chicken, ground beef, and vegetarian options. We've got Bomb AF Taquitos, along with a delicious selection of side dishes and our Bomb Churro Donuts. Visit rollemup.com to explore our menu and find the location nearest you or book the food truck for any private catering events. Eat, clap, and roll 'em up.
This is the UCLA Sports Network from Learfield.
New Year, New Me was going to be my 2024 shopping mantra until I realized how expensive that mantra was. Luckily, Kohl's is having their biggest clearance event of the season, and I saved up to 70% on so many great finds, like a warm fleece, cozy PJs, cute jeans, gorgeous dresses, and so much more. So don't wait. Hurry and get your new look for low prices in a limited time. Get to Kohl's. Select styles up to 70% offer ends January 21st. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
SeatGeek's the ticketing app for fans like the sideline shot caller.
Come on, boys, pick up the pace!
SeatGeek got him a great deal on seats right near the action, so when he yells,
"What are you doing? Block him!"
he can be absolutely sure the players heard him. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by UCLA. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of UCLA and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by UCLA.
Halftime rolls on from Westwood. UCLA with a 30-26 lead over Stanford. Dave Pulaski inside the Learfield Network studios. Time now to get you an update on the Pac-12 and the Top 25 scoreboard, and it's presented by Westcom Credit Union. Bruins Bank smarter. Bruins Bank with Westcom Credit Union, the official banking partner of UCLA Athletics. Let's get you updated on the Pac-12, where there's one other game taking place, and it just tipped off at the Galen Center. USC and Cal, both teams moving in the wrong directions, off to 0-2 starts in Pac-12 play. The Trojans haven't started 0-3 in the conference since 2014. Now playing their first home game since December 10th and taking on a Cal team that has lost 18 in a row in Pac-12 play, going back to early January of last year when they won by 22 against Stanford. That was the last time they won a conference game. Meanwhile, in the top 25, a couple of upsets. Number 16, Clemson, upended by Miami, 95-82. Matthew Cleveland, 23 points in the victory for the Hurricanes. Number 23, Providence, gets upset by Seton Hall at home. Pirates with a 61-57 win in that old-school Big East battle. Right now, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to UCLA Basketball from Learfield. After this timeout, we'll head back to Pauley Pavilion for the second half. UCLA up on Stanford 30-26 on the UCLA Sports Network from Learfield.
The passion, the tradition, the rivalries. Sirius XM is your destination for all things college sports, and we've got you covered. On Pac-12 Radio, there is complete coverage of every school in the conference, including live games, plus 24/7 talk and analysis. So cheer along on the Sirius XM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. And now you can get 3 months of Sirius XM free. Subscribe now. See offer details at SiriusXM.com/Pac-12 Sports.
Acosta Heating and Air Conditioning has been family-owned and operated for 25 years and offers its heating and cooling services throughout Ventura County, the San Fernando Valley, and on the west side. We provide service, preventative maintenance, installations, and free estimates. The Acosta family, including UCLA alum Alex Acosta, has established a strong sense of community, actively supports local programs, and is proud to be a sponsor of UCLA Athletics. Visit AcostaHVAC.com to find out how the Acosta family can help you feel more comfortable in your home.
This is the UCLA Sports Network from Learfield.
Today, with so much uncertainty in our lives, it's understandable to feel stressed, anxious, worried, or frustrated. It's normal, but getting help for your mental health is a slam dunk with free resources from Cal Hope. Make a game plan by calling our warm line at 833-317-3776 4673 or try our secure and confidential live chat today at calhope.org. CalHope, a proud sponsor of UCLA Athletics.
The Men of Westwood is the official collective for UCLA men's basketball and football NIL opportunities. Founded by top-level UCLA supporters, the Men of Westwood was created to cultivate and facilitate NIL opportunities for student-athletes, with the idea of teaching our student-athletes the concept of giving back through participation in camps for underprivileged youth, attendance at youth hospitals, and other means of serving the community. For more information, visit menofwestwood.com or email bruins@menofwestwood.com.
Bruins up 30-26 on Stanford at the break. Josh Lewin, Tracy Murray with you. Best way I can put it, partners, the Bruins gunned the engine coming out of here tonight. And then it's like the check engine light came on real quick. The Bruins led 10-0 and 16-6. They had 8 of their first 9 field goals, matter of fact, but 5 out of 21 since the 8 of 9 start, allowing Stanford to get back in. We're going to get Tracy's microphone fixed here in just a moment.
Did you say they forgot to get an oil change?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, but, I mean, they came out attacking the paint. After that, Stanford kind of closed down the paint. And they say, okay, how else can you score?
UCLA is certainly not scoring from distance in this building. Remember, they had the 0 for 6 against Long Island. The 1 for 14 against Maryland. They start 0 for 4 from distance tonight. They've got the ball, though, now, leading by 4. Berke Buchtenschel back in the game. Off to Stefanovic. Shuffles his feet. Peels a pass away to the right side. Dylan Andrews on the dribble drive. Fadeaway jump shot coming, and he misses. Bona in there for the rebound. He got fouled by Maxime Reynaud. The Frenchman elbowed the Nigerian. And that foul on Reynaud is something to track here, because that's a guy you wouldn't mind getting in foul trouble. No one really in foul trouble in this game. Not a lot of them called on Stanford in that first half. Andrews the inbound, loops it into Buchtenschel. It's tipped away. Just a dangerous pass in plenty of traffic. And now it'll be Bynum zipping the other way for Stanford. Gets a pick, goes inside. He'll run into a big wall, get out to Reynaud. Fakes the 3 and drives. Blocked by Bona from behind. It's out of bounds. Bona saved the day.
Yeah, he ran by Bona because Bona bit on the ball fake. But his recovery is incredible. He even landed on Berke's back blocking that shot.
He had 8 blocks in the 2 games on the road trip. Got a couple tonight. Almost steals the inbounds, but here's Reynaud. They'll grab it and set it up. It's Bynum dribbling it out with his team down by 4. Just underway in the second half. Bynum's 3. Good. Nothing but net. It's a 1-point game.
When a guard is just dribbling and they lull you to sleep, that's when you got to be alert from a 3-point shot.
Stanford with a 16 3-point makes on Sunday. That's their 3rd tonight. They've come from down 10 to get back within 1. Buchtenschel top of the key. Thought about the 3, didn't take it. Dribbles to the right instead, gives to Andrews. Passing left to Bona, 10 to shoot. Bona holding on his left hip. Off to Mack now on the left wing. Foul line extended, crossover move. Inside, pushing off, left-hand layup around and out, but he's fouled by Spencer Jones, his 2nd.
Wow, Mack got bailed out on that one. He switched hands in the air and shot through a hand and got that call.
Well, Mack continues to parade to the foul line. Had the 16 opportunities against CSUN here last homestand. First freshman to have that many for a Bruin since Jordan Adams back in 2012. 13 against Marquette, 12 against Lafayette. His 4th opportunity tonight is good with a swish. Such an aggressive player. Mick says he would have fit right in for me at Cincinnati. Always in attack mode, that Midwest toughness. It's a guy that watched Jalen Rose and Jimmy Butler for the Bulls in Chicago growing up. Hits 2 free throws. And the Bruins extend the lead to 32-29. Here comes Bynum. He's got a little pit bull in him. Only 5'10", but plays really hard. Off to the top of the key, Michael Jones angling right, pushing his way past Bona. Had it knocked away by Dylan Andrews, but Andrews called for a reach-in foul.
Yeah, he reached over that left shoulder and just swung down. That's going to be a foul. You can't hit anybody on the way to trying to get in that basketball.
Tommy Johnson, the official from Texas, his first trip into Pauley Pavilion ever tonight, made that call. And now trying to inbound it. What do we have?
A bear hug by Sebastian.
Yep, Sebastian Mack picking up foul number 2. And Bynum to inbound again. 18:34 left in regulation. Bounce pass to Spencer Jones, dribbling leisurely out on the perimeter to Brandon Angel, who hasn't played much. San Diego native gets a return pass. He'll drive to the left baseline. Good look inside to Reynaud, who lays it in.
And see, they were missing that experience with Angel on the bench.
Terrific play. 32-31 at UCLA. Andrews zigzagging right. He'll pull up. He'll fire. Good with a swish. Boy, Dylan Andrews has had some slow starting games shooting the basketball. Now down at the other end, Angel lays it in. And they're going to call it it's a goaltend, but the ball went in anyway.
You can't get a score after a score, like a bucket here and then a long pass for a layup. That can't happen.
It's exactly what happened right there, as Andrews was so happy to have hit the shot. He didn't get back on D. It's a 1-point lead for UCLA. Stanford is yet to lead in this game. Buchtenschel top of the key. He's had a quiet night, finding Stefanovic. He'll roll to the right, pass it on the foul line extended. Mack with a little hedge. Gets inside to Bona with 8 on the shot clock, working on Reynaud. Driving inside, lost that basketball, and it's loose diving as Buchtenschel, but the shot clock's going to run out anyway. Stanford passes it out of bounds. That should be, they're going to call it a shot clock violation.
Yes, it is.
I thought the ball was out of bounds with still 1 on the clock, but where the Bruins are now in some desperation. They have let a 10-point lead evaporate to the point where it's 1. I don't know where they were going on that last possession. A lot of veterans on the court here for Jared Haas, the coach of Stanford, in his 8th year. And really all upperclassmen right now. It seems to be making a difference. Spencer Jones tiptoes and now fires a low pass left wing. Picked up by Bynum with Dylan Andrews draped onto him. Bynum pushing his way past Bona, gets underneath, finds an open Angel. A head fake on Buchtenschel, shakes him, Bona blocks it! And Stefanovic runs the other way. Lazar Stefanovic to Mack, left of the lane. Mack crossing over, a little jump stop, scoops it to Bona, but it's off his hip and out of bounds. That's a shame, because the Bruins are doing some good things down at the other end of the court. Adem Bona, once again, is a block machine. He's got at least 3 blocks in each of his last 3 games.
One thing Sebastian's got to work on is making a play if he doesn't have a shot, because it comes up empty a lot going to the basket, and if he doesn't score, he turns it over or doesn't have anything.
Brandon Angel hooks a pass to the left wing. Michael Jones off to Reynaud. Now to Bynum. Open 3 on the way. In and out. Rebound volleyed in the air. Spencer Jones has got it. His runner missed everything. And Bona has an easy rebound on the baseline. Bruins still with a 1-point lead. And now Buchtenschel runs into Reynaud. Got the worst of that. Or Angel. Yeah, Brandon Angel with an elbow. That's nothing an Angel should do. And Buchtenschel got the worst of that. The foul on Brandon Angel is his first. Angel got his chance last year when Jaden Dallaire transferred down to Angel's hometown of San Diego, playing for Steve Lavin and Tyus Edney at USD. That team, like the Bruins, 6-7 to start the year. They are 4th in the Big West last time I checked.
Hey, we're going to go to media right now.
You heard we're going to go to a full timeout. And are they going to take a look at that last foul?
Probably, yes, they are.
I think it's a common foul, but
I think it's a common foul, and plus I think Burke did a little bit of flopping.
Yeah, they're going to take a look at all that. But as it stands right now, the Bruins ahead 34-33. Letting this one slide away a little bit. 16.5 to go. This is Bruins basketball on the UCLA Sports Network from Learfield.
What do the Bruins and world champion Giannis Antetokounmpo have in common? Both are powered by Ready, the official protein of UCLA Athletics. Ready fuels Bruin athletes and Giannis with scientifically formulated better-for-you Ready protein bars featuring clean, all-natural ingredients, high-quality protein and fiber, and best of all, an unbelievable taste. And now Ready protein bars are available in convenient 5-packs at Walmart. Take a cue from the Bruins and Giannis. Fuel your active lifestyle with Ready protein bars. Now on sale at Walmart. Ready, fueling UCLA champions and you.
Bruin fans, it's time to get your roll on with Roll 'em Up Taquitos, the official taquito of UCLA Athletics. Using Mama Karen's special recipe, our taquitos are hand-rolled daily and fried to order with your choice of chicken, ground beef, and vegetarian options. We've got Bomb AF Taquitos, along with a delicious selection of side dishes and our Bomb Churro Donuts. Visit rollemup.com to explore our menu and find the location nearest you, or book the food truck for any private catering events. Eat, clap, and roll 'em up.
Traveling to an away game to watch the Bruins win big? Get ready to celebrate. Celebrated a little too much? Time to sleep in. Slept in and gonna miss that flight home? Time to change your flight without paying change fees, thanks to United. So when will you worry about getting back? Tomorrow? Maybe. United, proud sponsor of UCLA Athletics. Does not include basic economy unless a United waiver applies. Exceptions apply for certain international flights.
Hi, this is Jack Seidler from Marlboro, New Jersey. All of us Bruins appreciate your support of the Men of Westwood, the official collective for NIL opportunities for the entire team. If you'd like to be a part of what we're doing, please visit the website menofwestwood.com for more information. Thank you, fours up, and go Bruins.
Exciting times all around campus. I know men's basketball not off to a great start, of course, at 6 and 7, but men's volleyball starts off ranked number 1. Coming off a 31-2 season a year ago. They're going to start their season tomorrow. And women's basketball, of course, number 2 in the nation. Just had the big win against USC. Men's basketball, I know it's been a slog so far. Bruins are 84th in the KenPom rankings. Stanford, 83rd. Teams like Seton Hall, Syracuse, Indiana, Mizzou, a lot of teams that are usually a lot higher in those rankings are all just kind of swimming right now. But 2 teams that are basically neck and neck in that department, Trace, and those rankings are neck and neck on the court tonight. Bruins 34, Stanford 33.
Yeah, neck and neck on who's going to be above 500 or at 500. Is that what it is?
Yeah, one team 6 and 6, the other 6 and 7. It was just a common foul, by the way.
Yes, it was.
The Bruins inbound, and with 18 on the shot clock, Sebastian Mack directing traffic. Dribbles a little bit to the right, finds Bona between the rings. A big man with a left-hand dribble off to Andrews. Open 3, didn't take it. He'll penetrate. Tough bounce pass stripped away. It's a 4th turnover charged to Dylan Andrews. And just trying to make something happen that wasn't there. Now the other way comes Kanan Carlisle. He turns it over. Sebastian Mack out of the pack. Out to Dylan Andrews with a left-hand dribble. Waiting for help, finds it in Buchtenschel. Berke had the quick 4 points to start the night, hasn't scored since. Still 34-33 UCLA. They haven't scored in 2:20. Andrews hooks a pass to an open Buchtenschel. Goes to the elbow, keeps on driving on Michael Jones. Missed a shot. Gets his own rebound. Powers it up, no good, but he is fouled. And offensive rebounds are once again a save in the night for UCLA.
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of contact on that first shot, and maybe they thought it was deflected. I mean, he actually shot an air ball and got his own rebound, which is passing to yourself. But I think they gave him the benefit of the doubt because of the contact on that play.
Buchtenschel, only a 67% free throw shooter as a Bruin so far. The left-hander around and in with his first one. B-U-Y-U-K-T-U-N-C-E-L. And the Bruins have the umlauts over the U's. That's a nice touch. Those double dots called umlauts. I had to look that one up. Second foul shot rattles in for the double umlaut wearing Buchtenschel. He will now check out. Brandon Williams comes in. No umlauts necessary. So that's 6 points for Buchtenschel. And the lead is back to 3 for UCLA. In it comes to Carlisle. Gets hand-checked by Sebastian Mack. Still no Bruin in double digits, but still no Cardinal in double digits in this one. Up across the timeline is Bynum. He's their assist man usually. Has only one of those tonight. Averages 7. Between the rings, Raynaud marching it left. Off to Bynum on the elbow. Lobs it. Bona tips it away. And Brandon Williams recovers. UCLA runs the floor. High dribble, Sebastian Mack. Waits for a little bit of help. Peels it back out, still dribbling. Goes behind the back with it. Shimmies right. Underneath. Missed that layup. And the rebound taken away by Stanford. He did the hard stuff really well. The easy shot missed. Now Stojakovic a 3. In and out. Rebound for Mack. And the Bruins still not giving up that lead. Oh, it sure feels like it's kind of like the ground rumbling underneath their feet right now. Here's Brandon Williams directing traffic. Dribbles a couple times to the left. Off to Stefanovic. Lazar Stefanovic getting a pick from Bona to Andrews. Had the open three. He drives instead. Missed the layup with the left hand. He was wide open. Here's Bynum running it the other way for Stanford. Gets into Bona. Out to Carlisle. Open three on the way is good. And this game's tied for the first time since 0-0. Carlisle's got 12, and how are the Bruins missing wide-open layups at home?
Well, they're alligator arming it. They're not extending their arm. They're short arming the layup. You got to extend.
Andrews 2 for 8 as his struggles continue. He'll glide to the right, give to Brandon Williams, puts his head down, gets to the left elbow, keeps on dribbling. A pass gets away to Sebastian Mack. Top of the key, Williams, 9 to shoot, lobbing to Bona, who gets pushed in the back by Reynaud. And that's going to be foul number 2 on him. Boy, the Bruins led 16-6, but now this game tied at 36. McClendon and Vide will check back in, and Andrews absolutely needs a mental break right now. Nothing going right for him. 4 turnovers for Andrews, too. He's missed all of his three-point shots, and now he's missing layups. Vide trying to get it in, finds Stefanovic. Jump shot coming left side. Air ball from 9 feet. Bona saves it. They're going to say he's pushed, or did he travel? He got pushed by Reynaud. Couple quick fouls on Maxime Reynaud. Bonus hustle. Saved the bacon that time. Boy, Bruins really need to regroup. There is some nervous murmuring going on from this crowd. Vide, Bona, McClendon, Stefanovic, and Brandon Williams, the 18-year-old out there. Vide waiting, and here's Stefanovic. He's double-teamed. He spins away and is stripped to the ball. Bruins turn it over yet again. And here comes Stanford with Benny Gieler motoring up court. They use the sophomore from Palos Verdes Estates. Gives a pass to the left wing. It's Stojakovic getting into the paint. Fakes on Brandon Williams. Tough shot, rattles out. Rebound tipped by Bona, and McClendon gathers it. Here come the Bruins. Well, McClendon high-stepping it left, feeding Bona in the paint. And now just to the left of the paint is Bona. Back it goes to McClendon. His pass is a little bit lazy and has to run to get it back because it was batted down. 16 to shoot. McClendon to Brandon Williams. Bruins are stuck in neutral here. Jan Vide will slither. 9 on the shot clock. He's got to back it out. Gets a pick from Bona. Vide keeps on going. Foul line jump shot coming. It's too strong. Rebound tipped, and Stanford collects it, but out of bounds. Wow. Stojakovic had a foot on the line. The Bruins lucky to get it back. They haven't scored in the last 2.5 minutes. They've missed their last 5 shots. They've got only 6 points total in 7 minutes of this second half. Remember, they had 10 points in the first 2 minutes of the game. But the well has dried up. Vide trying to find an open man. Kenny Nuba's checked in as the big here. Buchtenschil in the Nuba. He's in the paint. Finds Stefanovic. A 3 is off to the right. And the rebound gathered by Stanford. They can take the lead now. They had trailed 10-0 and 16-6. Gieler to the baseline, lobbing it out. Stojakovic on the dribble drive. Stefanovic on him. Out it comes to Carlisle, who's already reined in some threes. He'll get to the left, sizzle a pass to the right. Jump shot coming. It's good with a swish, a three-pointer. Stojakovic gives the Cardinal a 3-point lead.
Well, I knew if you give him an open one, he's going to knock one down. The other ones were contested.
Vide will maraud his way left. The Bruins have been outscored 13-6 in the second half. Here's a pass to McClendon. Foul line extended right to Nuba, top of the key. Buchtenschil battling to get free inside. Can't do it. Stefanovic will cut to the foul line. A little jump stop. Fadeaway jump shot coming. No good off to the left. Nuba battles for the rebound. Back to Stefanovic. Tries again. It lips out. Stefanovic started 0 for, check that, 2 for 2. He is 0 for his last 4. The Bruins are 0 for 8 in the last 3.5 minutes. And they're now trailing 39-36. Gieler leaking to the left, going baseline. Backs it out, looking for Carlisle, but can't get it to him. Instead, it's Keefe right around Nuba, but Nuba the foul. And that's 3 fouls in 3 minutes on Kenny Nuba. This thing is getting away. 8 straight missed shots by UCLA, a lot of them wide open looks. And Stanford has galloped ahead here, 39-36 with 11:50 to go. This is Bruins basketball from Learfield.
ReadyForLA.edu to get started.
This is the UCLA Sports Network from Learfield.
Aw, shucks, the game's on TV, but I can't listen to the call of my favorite team broadcasters.
Never fear, Sync My Game is here.
Sync My Game?
Yes, Sync My Game. If you have a DVR and streaming device, head to syncmygame.com from Learfield. It's never been easier to hear the impassioned voices of your favorite radio crew synced with the TV.
Wow, thank you, Mr.
Just remember, syncmygame.com.
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup for the 2023-24 college athletic season? You can follow the standings of your favorite school or alma mater at L Directors Cup on Twitter and online at thedirectorscup.com. That's thedirectorscup.com and L Directors Cup on Twitter. Trophies will be awarded in June 2024 to the winning institutions in all competitive divisions. Learfield Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
Getting help for your mental health, a slam dunk with Cal Hope's free resources. Call 833-317-4673 or live chat at calhope.org. Well, we knew the Bruins couldn't keep up 88.8% shooting the basketball. They started the game 8 for 9, but we didn't think they'd wither to 19%. 6 for 31 since the 8 for 9 start. You talk about riding high in April, shot down in May. That's life. That's what people say. Bruins now trailing 39-36 to Stanford.
Fast break points, 5-0. Here's the big one, though. Bench points, 21-6.
Well, those freshman guards have done a number on the Bruins. Stojakovic, who we knew all about because the Bruins had recruited him, and this kid out of Atlanta, Kaden Carlisle, who's the National Player of the Week from last week. Not just Pac-12 Freshman of the Week, which he was as well, but I'm talking the AP National Player of the Week. Dick Vitale's Diaper Dandy of the Week, on and on and on. You drop 28 off the bench against Arizona, you'll get some awards. He's been very good here tonight, too.
4 of 8 from the field, 2 of 4 from 3, 2 of 3 from the free throw line, 3 rebounds, 12 points, 2 assists. He's got a couple turnovers, but he also has a steal in 19 minutes of play.
The Bruins have just iced over, missing 8 shots in a row, haven't scored in 4 minutes. Stanford inbounding at the basket to our right. Gieler has got it, the LA native. Sebastian Mack and Dylan Andrews back out there on the floor as it's Stojakovic to the right. A three-pointer coming, and it's good again, this time from Carlisle. He's hit 3 of them. Stanford has surged ahead by 6.
Carlisle is heated up in the second half.
Bruins just can't get a hand in his face here, and there's just nothing going right offensively for UCLA. Mack drops it off to Bona. Back to Sebastian Mack, finding Andrews. Open 3, but didn't take it. Gives to Mack. He'll try a 3. No good. Off to the right. Buchtenschul couldn't get the rebound. Bruins are 0 of 6 from distance. It's a second home game this year where they are 0 of 6 from distance. That was against Long Island as well. Gieler guns the engine right, finding Keefe, getting harassed by Bona. Now to Carlisle. Good-looking entry pass to Keefe, who was stripped of the ball by Buchtenschul, and running out of the pack comes Dylan Andrews. Bruins have it 4-on-4 the other way. Andrews takes it to the right wing. Now off to Buchtenschul to the left side for Stefanovic. Can anybody get hot shooting the ball? Buchtenschul's 3. Good with a swish, thank you.
Well, I'm glad he got a shot at it because everybody else had 2 or 3 shots at it, and Berkeley's been open a couple of times and didn't look at it.
Bruins back to within 3 points. Now Carlisle flicks it to a cutting Stojakovic. What a play as he lays it in.
Nice
back
catch and finish, man. That was an excellent catch. It was thrown behind him.
44-39. Sebastian Mack just got zoomed by on that back cut. Here's Andrews to Buchtenschul, top of the key. Bona gets fouled in the paint. Went down hard as Keefe clanged into him. That'll be the second on James Keefe. Of course, his dad, Adam, number 10 overall pick in the draft of 1992. Went to Atlanta after Shaq went number 1 to Orlando that year.
Yep. That was my draft.
Alonzo Mourning, Christian Laettner, Jimmy Jackson. Then at 18 that year, yes, Tracy Murray.
Yeah, there was a lot of players in that draft. Robert Horry, number 11, right after Adam.
Don McClain, of course, right after you. And speaking of number 18s overall, once again, a shout-out to Jaime Jaquez Jr. on the court right now playing the Lakers for the Miami Heat. So here's Adem Bona at the foul line to our left. 10-17 to go in this one. 1-1 for Bona. Foul shot up and good. He'll get another.
And Bona shooting his free throws well tonight.
He had a 4 of 11 on home court not too long ago. I think he took that a little personally. Bruins have crept back to within 44-40, but man, when you start out with a 10-0 lead. Stanford at 6-6 coming in, the Bruins at 6-7. Bruins were picked to finish ahead of Stanford this year in the Pac-12. Of course, the Bruins won it last year at 18-2. Second foul shot, good. Bona hits again. And he's the first Bruin in double figures tonight. He's up to 10. Bruins trailing 44-41. Got to stop those threes from going in. Stanford now 6 of 16. They had started 1 out of 8. Carlisle, who's drained 3 threes, to Keefe top of the key. Shakes his way left, gives to Gieler. He'll step back, fire it inside to Keefe, who misses the layup because Bona was breathing on him. And Bona rips the rebound away. Here comes Dylan Andrews. Bruins with only the 1 3-point make tonight. Buchton-Schill has that 3-pointer, and his pass is tipped away. Boy, the Bruins just keep throwing it into the tall trees. Carlisle lobbing over Buchton-Schill, and what a pass. The layup goes for Brandon Angel.
That was a heck of a finish.
46-41, and Mick Cronin wants timeout. He's tired of Stanford putting on a passing clinic against the Bruins.
Yeah, I mean, no one's getting back in transition. They're getting transition buckets. The Bruins don't have any, and they have like 9.
9:33 to go before this one is done. It's Stanford 46, the Bruins 41. This is Bruins basketball on the UCLA Sports Network from Learfield.
The La Victoria brand is proud to be the official salsa of the UCLA Bruins. Score big with the saucy, spicy flavors of La Victoria products. La Victoria salsas and sauces bring the flavor and heat to your meals, just like the Bruins bring the heat to the red zone. La Victoria brand, the official salsa of the UCLA Bruins. You can find La Victoria's salsas and taco sauces at a grocery store near you.
Show off your Bruin pride with the Westcom Bruin Edge Visa credit card that will make you want to 8-clap. Earn 5% cash back on select UCLA purchases and 1.5% cash back everywhere else. Plus, enjoy no annual fee and get a $500 cash back bonus when you spend $2,500 in the first 3 months. Now that's better banking for Bruins. Visit westcom.org to apply and for terms and conditions.
What do the Bruins and world champion Giannis Antetokounmpo have in common? Both are powered by Ready, the official protein of UCLA Athletics. Ready fuels Bruin athletes and Giannis with scientifically formulated better-for-you Ready protein bars featuring clean, all-natural ingredients, high-quality protein and fiber, and best of all, an unbelievable taste. And now Ready protein bars are available in convenient 5-packs at Walmart. Take a cue from the Bruins and Giannis. Fuel your active lifestyle with Ready protein bars. Now on sale at Walmart. Ready, fueling UCLA champions and you.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by the helpful SoCal Honda dealers. Go to SoCalHondaDealers.com to find the helpful Honda dealer near you. Bruins blazed out to a 16-6 lead over Stanford tonight. It's been 40-25 Cardinal since then. They've got 6 3-point makes to the Cardinal. The Bruins only 1. That's the exact difference we were talking about, Tracy, coming into this game. We told you Stanford makes 5 more threes per game than the Bruins. That's exactly what's happened here tonight. 5 extra makes times 3 points, that's 15 points, right? And that's tough to overcome.
And I also mentioned the fast break points. I said 9. They have 7 to the Bruins 0. The bench points, 26-6. 20 points off the bench.
Well, Stanford is starting to really pass like an NBA team right now. I mean, it's just getting from point A to point B like lightning.
They're unselfish. They're having a lot of courage, and they're throwing each other the basketball.
They're up to 10 assists now, and they've only got 1 from the guy who's supposed to have them all. That's Bynum, the transfer from Providence. Meantime, the Bruins all game have only 5, and the only one from their point guard, Dylan Andrews, was on a lob on an inbounds play, so not a conventional in-game assist yet.
Yep, that was that pass to Bona for the dunk.
Bona's got 10.7 rebounds. Brandon Williams checks back in. Let's see if that's the booster shot of energy that the Bruins need right now. Andrews steamrolls right with a low dribble. Tosses out to the right wing to Mack. Back to Andrews. Looking inside with 15 to shoot. Bruins behind 46-41. Andrews slashing left. Tosses a pass to Mack. Gets a pick from Bona. Mack on a drive inside. Tosses it out of bounds, looking for Bona, just put his head down and was just kind of assuming Bona would be where he thought he would be.
Every time Mac jumps in the air to pass, it's a turnover.
This is a guy who went 49 field goal attempts in between assists at one point a couple weeks ago. I mean, he's always looking to drive, but when he does occasionally kick, it just doesn't work out. That has got to get cleaned up, and that's part of the charge for Mick Cronin. All these young, talented, but very raw players on his team this year. Oh, he underneath, another good pass finding Keith, but a block by Bona. And the Bruins still only down 5 because of a dim. Here's Brandon Williams on the march. Pull-up jumper from him. He banks it around, no good. Too strong with the bank shot. The Bruins are 1 for their last 11. Long pass down court finding Keith. Out it comes. Open Stojakovic, missing a 3. And Bona has his 9th rebound of the night. Boy, the Bruins fortunate that Stanford didn't add to the lead there. UCLA's missed 10 of its last 11 shots. A lot of them really good looks. Andrews to the left. Finds Stefanovic. The former Utah Ute off to the foul line extended right. Mack has got it, 11 on the shot clock. Bounce pass down to Bona. He's double teamed immediately. Dribbles out of it. Gives to Mack with 5 to shoot. He's trapped by Carlisle. Blows by him. Gets underneath. Lays it up. No good. Brandon Williams can't get it. And it's a shot clock violation. 3 shot clock violations by the Bruins tonight. They're just dribbling to nowhere, it seems like, every possession now.
Well, they're using the clock. They're controlling the time in the possession. But when it's go time, no one on this team has a go-to move to get them a clear shot at the basket.
1 of their last 12 from the field to let Stanford take a 5-point lead. Here is Gieler in the front court for the Cardinal. Gets it left to the 3-point marksman Carlisle. Lobbing, tipped to Angel. His pass goes to the right wing, and Gieler drives. No look, bounce pass to Raynaud, who missed that layup. His putback no good. Stefanovic climbs the ladder for the rebound. And the Bruins again live to tell the tale. Here comes Andrews into the front court, flips it to Bona. Dribbles with the right hand, that fresh haircut for Adem Bona. Off it goes to Brandon Williams to Andrews left of the lane. Thought about the 3, didn't take it. 7:29 to go. Pass almost batted away. Dylan Andrews to McClendon. Knifes it inside. Bona back to the basket, gets it out. And here's a 3. Andrews, no good. Rebound. Battled for, and Stojakovic has got it for Stanford. Bruins have missed 12 of their last 13 shots. They are 1 of 9 from distance. Gieler shifting gears, coming to the right. 7:04 to play. UCLA, 1 of its last 13. Thankfully, Stanford, 1 of its last 7. Carlisle backs it out with the left hand. 9 to shoot. Whips a pass to Angel. Catch and release 3. Lips out. But Raynaud the rebound. Cycles it out to Stojakovic. To Carlisle. He'll drive on McClendon. And there's going to be a foul called on Brandon Williams reaching in. Berke Buchtenschel will check back in when we come back. But the Bruins have got to find a way to ripple the net. 1 out of 13 over the last 7 minutes. 46-41 Stanford, 6:47 to go. This Bruins basketball from Learfield.
Once you get Jersey Mike's catering with 12 subs for any event, I'll tell you, there's no going back to other catering. That'd be like going back to using Morse code.
Welcome to Jersey Mike's.
Okay, here we go.
A pickle slice wrapped in a napkin.
Oh, wait, try this.
A brownie with extra olive oil?
Whoops, I mixed up my dots and dashes. Here.
1,800 catering boxes coming right up.
Uh-oh. Nope, there's no going back once you get catering at Jersey Mike's. A sub above.
This is the UCLA Sports Network from Learfield.
Fubo is the official streaming platform of UCLA Athletics. With Fubo, you can watch every Pac-12 game, plus more college and pro sports, shows, movies, and news on over 350 live TV channels. Stream it live on your TV, phone, and other devices. No cable required. The best part? You can try Fubo free. There's no contract or commitment. To start watching, just go to FuboTV.com. That's FUBOTV.com.
The Men of Westwood is the official collective for UCLA men's basketball and football NIL opportunities. Founded by top-level UCLA supporters, the Men of Westwood was created to cultivate and facilitate NIL opportunities for student athletes, with the idea of teaching our student athletes the concept of giving back through participation in camps for underprivileged youth, attendance at youth hospitals, and other means of serving the community. For more information, visit menofwestwood.com or email bruins@menofwestwood.com.
Join the team to build a stronger LA. The LA Department of Water and Power. Apply today at joinladwp.com. Well, poor Dylan Andrews, a Gardena native, one of very few Los Angeles natives on this UCLA team. His last 3 home games, a guy that always dreamed of playing at Pauley Pavilion, it's just been a nightmare. He's the point guard. He's only got 4 assists in those 3 home games against 12 turnovers, and he's also not shooting the ball real well. The Bruins are now trailing Stanford 46-41. Trace, this team made 8 field goals in the first 6 minutes of the game. They have made 1 field goal in the last 11 minutes of this game.
The struggle is real, Josh.
Boy, is it. They started the game 8 of 9 from the field, 7 of 36 since then. Buchtenschel tips the inbounds from Stanford. It's out of bounds, and the Cardinal will keep it. 6:47 left in regulation, and after a 30-point first half, which is okay, 11 in the second half for the Bruins. And again, 1 field goal. That was a Buchtenschel three-pointer in the last 11-plus minutes of basketball. Crowd is trying to invent reasons to get excited. Here's a pull-up jumper. Carlisle missing. Rebound yanked out of there by Jan Vide. And the Bruins run the floor. Vide to the right wing. Buchtenschel pulls up and looks inside. Nothing there. Finds Vide on the baseline. Gets it back out. Buchtenschel a head fake. Still 18 to shoot. Working on Gieler. Buchtenschel draped by Angel now. Finds Bona on the foul line. Bona looks confused. Who to pass to? Well, he says, I'm going to drive instead. I'll go under. Score with the left hand off the glass.
Wow, get it any way you can.
A left-handed underhand scoop shot off the window, breaking the 1 field goal in about 12 minutes thing. McClendon hustling back on defense. Bruins within 3, 5:55 to go. A drive from Carlisle lays it up no good, but it gets bumped by McClendon, who picks up the foul. That's a guy at the foul line who seems to never miss, Kanan Carlisle. Well, Andrews was out. He will come back in.
McClendon can't guard Carlisle.
Carlisle
trying, but he just can't.
No, he's slick as Carlisle. Wasn't eligible until the week before Christmas, same day as Johnny Hunt became eligible for CSUN. So with 5:55 to play, free throw good. And the lead opens back up to 47-43. Andrews in for McClendon. Now, we talk about UCLA having missed 12 out of 13 field goals at one point. Stanford, thankfully, has missed 7 out of 8. Second free throw is good. Nothing but net for Carlisle, the Atlanta native. Bruins will go with Vide, Andrews, Buchtenschel, Bona, and Stefanovic here.
I think Coach Haas is doing the Bruins a favor when he puts Spencer Jones back in. He doesn't play well in Pauley Pavilion.
He is on the floor now. Gieler, the LA native, out there for Stanford, harassing Andrews. Gets a bounce pass away to Stefanovic and finds Bona right at the head of the foul circle. Off to Vide, fakes a 3, shimmies inside, stripped of the ball, puts it up anyway, missing, battling for the rebound. It's out of bounds back to the Bruins. Vide's touch isn't exactly there, but at least he's fighting. First game for him in 3 weeks because of that sprained ankle. 48-43 Stanford. Andrews looking to get it in. Stefanovic will get inside. Now back out to Bona. Dribble handoff to Dylan Andrews. 14 to shoot. Pull-up jumper. No good. Front iron. He's 2 of 10. And Stanford has the ball and a 5-point lead. We've seen 2 of 15s, 2 of 12s, 2 of 13s, and now an unfortunate 2 of 10 from Mr. Andrews over the last month or so. Here's Spencer Jones wiggling right. Bounce pass, a beauty to Angel, who lays it in. Those cuts for Stanford are just great.
Well, that was an excellent pass by Spencer Jones.
Bruins are down 7 now. It's a 3-possession deficit as it continues. Just feel like the earth is opening up beneath their feet. Bona to the right wing. Andrews a head fake. They'll let him go inside. Draws a double team. Out to Vide. Had the open 3. He drives inside. Fade away missing. And the rebound boxed around. Reynaud has got it. Bruins missing some unchallenged layups in this one. They've been doing a lot of that this year, actually. 50-43 Stanford. It is hard to remember when the Bruins had 16 points in the first 6 minutes of the game. At the top of the key, Reynaud. There's a whistle inside. I think they got Stefanovic hooking Jones. 13 second-half points for UCLA. That's it. And again, if you go back to how it all started, that quick 10-0 blitz, just 3 minutes into the game, 16-6 was the score, about 6 minutes into the game. Here's the inbound to Carlisle. Gets a pick and gets it right to Angel. Finds Geeler, foul line extended on that right side. On a switch, Stefanovic picks him up. Geeler crossing over. Raynaud, open three ball. Too strong. Rebound. It's Spencer Jones for Stanford. Out to Geeler. He tries a three. Off to the left. Another offensive rebound, but Raynaud draws that foul on Stefanovic.
No one's blocking out. And then you got to remember, when there's long shots, there's long rebounds, you got to extend your block out past 5 feet of the bucket. You got to extend your block out to about 10 feet. That's going to bounce about that far.
The inability to get Adai Mata into the game again is again, Mick just doesn't think he's quite ready to battle inside. He keeps getting pushed out of the paint. So a guy like Raynaud at 7'1" is in there battling for Stanford. At the line already with a 7-point lead. And the foul shot up, it's good. Stanford's made 11 of 12 free throws tonight.
Here's the problem. When the shot is going up and somebody's rebounding, everybody looks to Bona to get every rebound. He can't get every rebound. It's got to be a gang rebound. Everybody's got to block out and go.
One more opportunity for the Frenchman, Maxime Raynaud. Again, Mata not able to get on the court. Fablé with that usual make one mistake and leave thing tonight. Foul shot no good on the back rim. And Kenny Nuba's got the rebound for UCLA. Trailing by 8 are the Bruins now. Frittered away that 10-point lead off the jump. Dylan Andrews getting harassed by Geeler. Will bounce it to the top of the key to Stefanovic. Angling left. On a switch, Spencer Jones picks him up. 3:49 to go. Stefanovic to Buchtenschel, working on Brandon Angel. The lefty turns. A little double clutch up with a left-hand hook shot that's good. Buchtenschel.
That time he took his time. You know, he really relaxed. He got to a spot and he got his bucket.
He's up to 11 points, but the Bruins need a little takeaway now, or at least a shot clock violation here. 3:29 to play. Keaton Carlisle dribbling to the right. Fans it out to Angel. One step into the paint, now back out of the paint. 10 to shoot. Geeler marches it left, crossing over, gets to the right elbow, and Angel tiptoes to the baseline. He stepped out of bounds. Berke Buchtenschel hemmed him in. A timeout on the floor. That's that stop the Bruins needed. What do they have in the final 3:16 of this one? Trailing at home, 51-45. This is Bruins basketball from Learfield.
Bruin fans, it's time to get your roll on with Roll 'em Up Taquitos, the official taquito of UCLA Athletics. Using Mama Karen's special recipe, our taquitos are hand-rolled daily and fried to order with your choice of chicken, ground beef, and vegetarian options. We've got Bomb AF Taquitos, along with a delicious selection of side dishes and our Bomb Churro Donuts. Visit rollemup.com to explore our menu and find the location nearest you or book the food truck for any private catering events. Eat, clap, and roll 'em up.
Did you know addiction to drugs like meth or cocaine is a disease and not a choice? But getting help is. If you have stimulant use disorder, you, your family, and friends may have a lot of questions, including where to start. Choose Change California can help. Make a change today and find a proven treatment option for you at choosechangeca.org.
Join our team to build a stronger LA. At the Los Angeles Department of Water and Power, you'll receive competitive pay, excellent benefits, and many opportunities for professional and personal growth while providing water and power to Angelinos. We are looking for engineers, chemists, and other bright minds, new or seasoned, to keep our city charged and hydrated. Apply today at joinladwp.com.
New season at Kohl's. Find fresh everyday styles for you and your home at great prices. Shop Kohl's and Kohl's.com today. And tonight's game also being brought to you in part by your helpful SoCal Honda dealers. Go to SoCalHondaDealers.com to find the helpful Honda dealer near you. Bruins now down by 6 with 3:16 to go. In danger of a 3-game home court losing streak, having won 29 in a row at home before that. Adem Bona doing his best, not only 12 points, 4 blocks, 3 steals, 8 rebounds, no turnovers, Trace, and only 1 personal foul. But is there enough time left in this game to get him going?
There's enough time. You're only down 6. It's only a 2-possession game. At the end of the day, the Bruins are doing a good job defensively because Stanford's normally have 5 guys in double figures, but they only have 1.
Mack to the rack. Reverse layup is blocked out of bounds from behind. He, again, just put his head down. It was going to be make or break.
When you draw a crowd, you got to find somebody open.
The drive part is great. It's the kick part we're waiting on. Here's the inbounds. Andrews to Bona. Back to Andrews. Jump shot. No good back iron. Rebound to Buchtenschil, who gets fouled. Now the fight from Berke Buchtenschil is really helping out, mitigating the rough night from Dylan Andrews yet again as he slips down to 2 of 11 with the 4 turnovers. And Buchtenschil to the line here, wearing number 9 on his back. He has scored 11 in this game. Only 2 rebounds, though. But maybe the Bruins can crawl back from the free throw line. It's certainly not going to be from distance, where they are 1 of 8 tonight. Only make by Buchtenschil. Foul shot up from the lefty. It's dancing on the rim. No good. And Stanford has the rebound. 3rd missed free throw of the night for UCLA at a bad time. And now here's Carlisle. Quickly across the timeline. He is game high with 17 points off the bench. 2:45 to go. Buchtenschil knocks one away. And Andrews gets hit in the backcourt, but he dribbles up with it. High dribble for Dylan Andrews, finding Buchtenschil with 2:37 to go. Now a cut to the near side. Off it goes to Bono. Hooks it inside to Buchtenschil. Back to the basket. 1-on-3. Out to Sebastian Mack to the left side. Andrews inside to Bona. Back to Andrews. Lines up a 3-ball. Missed again. And a loose ball foul drawn by Buchtenschil. Nice job. Berke Buchtenschil boxing out.
Spencer Jones?
I think so. It's another 2 of 12 for Dylan Andrews, and he's now missed 21 of his last 24 3-point shots. They're letting him shoot.
Well, I mean, with every shot, you can tell that his confidence is leaving him with every shot. He's shooting them now just to shoot them. He's not even shooting them knowing he's going to make them.
Right. And there are just not enough other shooters out there to bail him out. Sebastian Mack is 3 of 11.
And his misses aren't even close.
Buchtenschil, who just missed a free throw, granted another opportunity here, down 51-45. A lefty free throw this time is good. He'll get another. Again, the Bruins will have to win it with defense, and they are turning off Stanford's water down at the other end. The Cardinal have missed 8 of their last 9 shots. Problem is, the Bruins have missed 6 of their last 7, and 19 of their last 22. One more for Buchtenschil. It's around and in. Had the English on it. So the Bruins have cut it to 51-47. 2:19 to go. And here comes Gieler, the sophomore, the LA native, peels it left for Reynaud. His pass gets away to Carlisle. Back to Gieler now. A lot of young players on the court for Jared Haas. 13 to shoot. Gieler trying to break down Mack. Gets to the foul line. Bounce past Reynaud. Hook shot good over Bona.
I'll tell you what, Gieler has been a problem. We talked about him handling the ball and harassing people, but he's been making plays as well.
Yeah, he's been out there instead of Bynum and really making it go. Under 2 to play, 6-point deficit. Andrews pull-up jumper, it's an air ball.
I think it was blocked by Gieler.
Well, either way, that's 2 of 13 now. And he's taken every shot.
Well, the fans wanted to cheer, and
really
the air just went out of the building.
90 seconds left. Spencer Jones in and out of traffic. 6-point lead for the Cardinal. This is where they can really get it done as Reynaud gets fouled by, is it Bona or Buchtenschil? But either way, the Frenchman's going to the line again.
No, it's on
Mack.
Yeah,
Mack cut underneath, picks up his 3rd. It's just so hard to believe that the shooting woes are this woeful. Again, on a night where it started 8 out of 9. Looking like, okay, they've finally shaken that hex. But they have now made 3 of their last 22 shots from the field. I'm not talking about from 3 or anything like that, just on field goals. Reynaud's foul shot around and out. They needed that to happen. It stays a 2-possession game.
Reynaud's giving them a chance.
We say 2-possession game, Trace, but not to be mean about it. That means
it's really a 3-possession game because they can't knock down 3s.
Right.
I know what you're saying.
1 of 9 from distance tonight. One more coming from Reynaud, and it's good. Line drive shot going in. 7-point deficit. Bruins in danger of dropping to 1-2 in conference. They were 18-2 in conference a year ago. But remember, they lost 86% of their scoring. Max getting to a stop, finds Stefanovic. We're down to 1:11 to go. Stefanovic presses go on the right wing. Off to Buchtenschil. He'll drive, and he's stripped to the ball. That's Gieler again. What a job he's done. And, again, you'd think Jared Bynum would be that guy, the graduate transfer from Providence. But Gieler, the guy from Rolling Hills Prep, has led the way for Stanford. And a timeout taken by the Cardinal with 54.8 to go. 54-47 ball game. You heard me right. The Bruins might not get to 50 points on home court tonight.
Wow, and we're talking about Gieler, another one of those kids locally that have a chip on his shoulder against UCLA.
We talked about the near 5.0 GPA at Rolling Hills Prep. That means you're taking nothing but AP courses and things like that. Valedictorian at Rolling Hills. And I know he hasn't done a lot offensively, but he's just been so smart, seeing the court so well. And his defense has been terrific.
Yes, his defense is what's causing a lot of problems with Dylan Andrews. Because, Dylan's struggling to get the ball across half court because he's being pressured the whole time. So that also takes away your legs when it comes to shooting.
The pendulum in this game it hasn't so much swung as it has melted. UCLA started at 8 of 9, and since then they're 10 of 40. 25% from the field, and I get it. A lot of it is from distance, right? They're 1 of 9, but so many of the short-range shots are not going in. 8 of 18 on layups. If you go 11 out of 18 on layups, you're right in this game. Bruins don't have a single fast break point in this game either.
You can't win unless you get some stops and some fast break points. You have to get fast break points if you can't score.
Well, it really has become apparent if and when the Bruins win this year, it's going to be that Ben Howland style 60-50 kind of game. The Bruins are playing nothing but those 60-50 kind of games. They're winning a few of them, yeah, but this one's 54-47 Stanford with 55 seconds to go.
You can go back to those Howland teams, though. They had guys that can put the ball in the basket, too.
Buchtenschil, Mack, Bona, Andrews, and Stefanovic for the Bruins right now, needing a takeaway or to foul. They reach in here. Oh, and Stanford calls timeout. They had one to give as they surrounded the ball handler. Still one timeout to take for Stanford if they need it. Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID while we can. Bruins basketball from Learfield. Well, the remnants of that 10-0 start to the game, a 16-6 start from the game, it just seems like multiple hours, if not days ago. As Stanford has gotten inside well, they're passing the ball beautifully. They had a turnover issue in the first half, Trace. They had 10 in the first half to the Cardinal, but only 4 in the second half. And again, to me, the stunning part is they took the 24-year-old Providence transfer Bynum off the court, one of the best assist-to-turnover guys in the country. They put in Gieler instead, the sophomore from here in L.A., and he's been running the show. Running it beautifully. No! On the inbounds, here's Gieler driving baseline. This time had it stripped away. They call a reach-in foul. The ball came loose.
He tried to pocket pass it to Reynaud. So it was either a kickball or a foul. Kickball, yes.
Yeah, kickball out of bounds. 49.9 to go. And again, the Bruins having missed 19 of their last 22 field goal attempts in this game. Just let it get away. Gieler inbounds, knifes it left to Spencer Jones, being hounded by Mack. Now Buchtenschil draped on him, and what do they call here?
Wow.
Oh my goodness, I thought that was going to be a violation. Berke Buchtenschil called for the foul instead. As Spencer Jones was wandering around trying to get free, they handcuffed him, but they called the foul on Berke Buchtenschil, who, by the way, has 13 points to lead the team. He's 4 of 6. Bona is 4 of 6. So that's 8 out of 12 right there. But everybody else, 9 for 42. Wow. And Spencer Jones, not a gimme putt at the line, 64%, flings it up and in with a swish. 55-47. Bruins keep holding teams in the 50s. I mean, Oregon barely got above 50 last time out. Second foul shot around and in. Suddenly, it's the largest lead for Stanford all night. It's 56-47. Andrews slashing right, 38 seconds to go. Stefanovic a head fake, a step back three coming, in and out. Long rebound, Buchtenschul saves it to Bona, who teeters and gives to Stefanovic. Out to the corner, Buchtenschul's three, no good. Bona the rebound, stripped of the ball, and a rebound, it's a foul on Stefanovic. So the Bruins had a 1 of 13, and now they've got a 1 of 10. And I don't care what kind of defense you're playing, you simply can't win games that way. That's that's the most obvious statement we're ever going to make.
I think Stefanovic fouled out.
Yep, I think you're right. 3 for 25 down the stretch. I mean, and that's at home.
The team that was playing in the first 5 to 10 minutes of this game, or I'd say 5 to 8 minutes of this game, was a different team than what we've seen after that.
Hate to keep going back to the phrase work in progress as Jones hits a free throw, make it a 10-point Stanford lead. But it's like that yellow tape is all around the campus right now. When they say work in progress, pardon our dust, the whole thing. I still think good things are coming, but it's going to take a little while. Jones hits another free throw, 58-47. You talk about winning going away. McClendon with 20 seconds left driving, hooks a pass way out to Mack. 27-footer is good. Where was that the whole rest of the game? Nothing but net for Mack, and the Bruins foul in the backcourt as they get back to within 58-50, but only 14.9 to go. So good for Sebastian Mack, who needs to get his three-point shooting corrected. But that's the ultimate too little, too late. And it's almost like they used up all the good octane in the first several minutes of the game. That 8-for-9 start to the game almost worked like a hex. Foul shot from Gieler bounces out, no good. 3 Bruins in double figures, but barely. Buchtenschul 13, Bona 12, Mack 11. One more for Gieler, and it's good. 59-50. Andrews will hustle it across the timeline. You really root for him to get going. Mack another 3. Good again. 59-53 with 8.8 to go. And the Bruins call timeout. So a mortar barrage of threes coming from Sebastian Mack. Bruins had started 1 of 11 from distance, and now 2 quickies from Mack. And I guess a miracle is still in play here at 59-53 with 8.8 to go, but you need a Reggie Miller, not of UCLA, but of the Indiana Pacers in New York now.
Absolutely. I mean, you need some steals and a quick 3.
It's not like Stanford has shot the lights out from distance. After their 16 triples their last game, they've got only 6 tonight, but 3 of them from Carlisle, and they were all swishes. Bruins got the 0 for 5 from Andrews, and everybody else is just kind of taking turns with 0 for 1s and 0 for 2s, except for Mack, who drilled too late. And I think that's going to be the phrase, right? Too late.
Yeah, and that's not his forte. You know, he just happened to hit a couple of them because they need desperation shots.
Brandon Angel to inbound. They've got a very veteran group on the floor now to the Stanford Cardinal, trying to break a 4-game losing streak to the Bruins here. Angel runs the floor. Looking around, nobody open yet, and a long pass down court finds Reynaud. He'll get pushed in the back by his fellow Frenchman, and Feblet can't actually take the ball away. So Stanford dribbles out the clock, and Stanford wins at 59-53. What a weird end to the game. They threw the outlet pass, and the 2 Frenchmen just kind of did a do-si-do under the basket to end the ball game.
And it was a foul that wasn't called, but oh well.
Oh well is probably where to leave this one. The Bruins couldn't take a 10-0 lead all the way home.
Yep.
Or 16-6. They lose 59-53. They fall to 1-2 in conference. We'll take a break, come back in a moment. This is Bruins basketball from Learfield.
Hey, UCLA fans! Thank you for voting for Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel as the best casino outside of Las Vegas and the Pines Modern Steakhouse as best casino restaurant in the 2023 USA Today 10 Best Readers' Choice Awards. We appreciate your support and votes in putting us on top. Join us at Yamava Resort and Casino, California's #1 entertainment destination for big wins and bigger prizes. Details at Yamava.com. Must be 21 to enter. Please gamble responsibly.
Bruin fans, college basketball is back. So grab a cold, refreshing Dos Equis lager and make the most of the big game with your real ones. Whether you're at the bar with fellow Bruins or watching with your friend who went to that other school, Dos Equis is there for it all. So buy a cold, crisp Dos Equis and raise one with a real one on game day. Dos Equis, proud sponsor of the UCLA Bruins. Enjoy Dos Equis responsibly. Copyright 2023, imported by Cervezas Mexicanas, White Plains, New York.
At UCLA Health, discovery and innovation lead to the best care. Our doctors and nurses work tirelessly every day to bring you the best experience so you can live your best life. It's why we're consistently ranked as a top hospital nationwide for 34 consecutive years by U.S. News & World Report. Go to uclahealth.org to schedule an appointment today at one of over 250 locations in Southern California.
UCLA basketball is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Protect your home and auto. Save when you bundle. Get a quote at progressive.com.
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup for the 2023-24 college athletics season? You can follow the standings of your favorite school or alma mater at L Directors Cup on Twitter and online at thedirectorscup.com. That's thedirectorscup.com and L Directors Cup on Twitter. Trophies will be awarded in June 2024 to the winning institutions in all competitive divisions. Learfield Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
Aw, shucks, the game's on TV, but I can't listen to the call of my favorite team broadcasters.
Never fear, Sync My Game is here.
Sync My Game?
Yes, Sync My Game. If you have a DVR and streaming device, head to syncmygame.com from Learfield. It's never been easier to hear the impassioned voices of your favorite radio crew synced with the TV.
Wow, thank you, Mr.
Just remember, syncmygame.com.
Welcome to the Westcom Bruin Locker Room Report on the UCLA Sports Network from Learfield. Westcom Credit Union, the official banking partner of UCLA Athletics. Show off your Bruin pride with the Westcom Bruin Edge Visa credit card. Visit westcom.org to apply and for terms and conditions. Interviews, scores, and highlights, plus a visit with UCLA head coach Mick Cronin are all coming up. The Bruin postgame report begins now.
Well, unfortunately, the slide continues for UCLA. 3 straight home losses now after the 29-game home win streak. Stanford came in here tonight, dropped behind 10-0 and 16-6, but rallied to win at 59-53. For a good long time, it was all UCLA points in the paint trace, and even that got whittled down towards the end. 9 fast break points for Stanford, none for the Bruins. That's 2 of the last 3 games. They haven't had a single fast break bucket, and that's, I guess, emblematic of a team that's offense is just problematic so far this year.
Well, you know, you always look down at the bottom of the page and at that hustle area where you're like, okay, if you win 3 out of 5 of that, then you win the game. Stanford ended up winning that. UCLA was up the whole game in that area. They won points off turnovers. Off of 16 Bruin turnovers, they got 16 points. 9-0 in fast break points, 29-6 in bench points.
Yeah, off the bench once again, Kanan Carlisle was terrific. The freshman from Atlanta was a National Player of the Week last week, pretty much for what he did against Arizona. 28 against the Arizona Wildcats to take down a top 5 team. He was brilliant again, but we got to shout out a couple other guys for Stanford, one of whom is from L.A. We've talked about him, the kid from Palos Verdes Estates, a valedictorian at Rolling Hills Prep. Benny Gieler took over for a rather ineffective Jared Bynum. Bynum's a guy with all the skins on the wall, all the awards from Providence College, one of the top assist men in the country. Gieler pretty much played the entire second half, and he took over.
Well, what he did was control the game. He got up in Dylan Andrews and made life difficult, bringing the basketball up, wearing him down, made some plays for his teammates, drew a crowd, found people. So that's where he was effective tonight.
Let's talk Dylan Andrews right now. Now, I love D.A. I know you do too, and I think better days will come for him. He had the 2 for 15 game against Gonzaga and then came right back, had the 7 for 12 against UC Riverside, including the game-winning layup. So he had a bad game, right? 2 for 15. He was able to shake it off. Now, he had the 4 for 15 against Maryland. But instead of shaking it off, it was 4 for 14 against Oregon State, 2 for 12 at Oregon, 2 for 13 tonight. So you're talking about a guard who's 4 for his last 25 and 4 more turnovers tonight. He's capable of very good things. We know he's going to get there, but you talk about being in a funk. It's just not happening right now.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, when you're struggling, it's tough to be effective. It's tough to make plays if you're not knocking down shots because now they don't play you as honest as they should. He just got to get to work. You know, he's got to learn. He's got to find his confidence somewhere because he's shooting the basketball, and you can tell he's shooting it because he has to shoot it and he's open. He's not confident in shooting the basketball.
The weirdness of this game was how well it started and how poorly it finished. The Bruins started out 6 for their first 6. And 8 of their first 9. So if a team can go 8 for 9, I know at some point they're going to cool off, but you're talking about at one point in the second half going 3 for 25. Now, on the road, that's tough to do. But when you're in your home arena, at one point you've won 29 straight in this arena, 3 for 25, I mean, that's not just a drought. That is a Sahara.
Well, it's easy at the beginning of the game to come out and smack somebody in the mouth and get up. But once they start playing, now what are you going to do? And that's where the real question needs to be answered. Once they come back and once they get into the game gets close, maybe they take the lead, how are you going to combat that?
So one thing the Bruins did do reasonably well is limit Stanford with its three-point shooting. It's a team that had 16 threes last time out, averaging close to 10 per game. Bruins held them to 6. So you put a check mark by that. That's like a B or a B plus. Take that. But the 16 turnovers by the Bruins, and it's not like Stanford has some wacky press or anything like that. They just literally turn the ball over 16 times. You can't win when you shoot 33% and you turn it over 16 times.
Right. A lot of them were over-penetrating, jump passes, unfundamental turnovers. And when you got to eliminate those type of turnovers if you expect to win basketball games.
And I guess we're talking now a little bit about Sebastian Mack, who we love as a freshman, ended up with 14 points to lead the team. This whole concept of drive and kick, he's got the drive part down real well. The kick part absolutely needs some work.
Well, when he draws a crowd, he's got to find the correct person to get a shot. It's called making a play for somebody else. We know that he can make a play for himself. We know he can get in there and finish. When he draws a crowd, he's got to find somebody that's open so it can lead to an assist.
This one, a tough one tonight in many respects, as again the Bruins dropped to 1-2 in conference. It's I know a far cry from the 18-2 of last year in conference. But as we've been saying, it's a very young team. I know that's not an excuse, but they're working to get to where they need to get. It's just not going to be a finger snap. It's not going to happen right away. Guess we knew that, but it still hurts when at home you lose to Stanford. 59-53 is the final. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We do hope to catch up with Mick Cronin at some point. This is Bruins basketball from Learfield.
Fubo is the official streaming platform of UCLA Athletics. With Fubo, you can watch every Pac-12 game, plus more college and pro sports, shows, movies, and news on over 350 live TV channels. Stream it live on your TV, phone, and other devices. No cable required. The best part? You can try Fubo free. There's no contract or commitment. To start watching, just go to FuboTV.com. That's FUBOTV.com.
With the Ralph's app, shopping online with pickup and delivery is the same as shopping in-store. Same low prices, same personalized deals, same rewards on the same high-quality items like Honeycrisp apples and pasta sauce with no hidden fees or markups. It's one small click for groceries, one big win for busy families everywhere. Start your cart today at Ralphs.com. Ralphs, fresh for everyone. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
This is the UCLA Sports Network from Learfield.
At Progressive, we love sports and saving you money, so we bundled them together.
It's 40 love here in the third set.
And there's the bell. She's coming off the bench hot, looking for a quick knockdown. But wait, she's driving to the hoop. Oh, down goes the champ.
Now that's another double fault. She'll be shooting too.
The serve is up. And here comes the left hook. She's bundled her home and auto insurance with Progressive. Swish, ace, savings, TKO.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Are you looking to buy or sell real estate? Stephen Mullins of Vista Sotheby's International Realty is proud to support UCLA Athletics and is your go-to real estate advisor. UCLA alum Stephen Mullins was raised in Los Angeles and understands the value and characteristics of each neighborhood. With 16 years as a former corporate lawyer, he is well-versed in protecting your interests and has a reputation of always putting his clients first. Visit StephenMullins.com to work with a fellow Bruin like you. That's StephenMullins.com. DRE number 014879777.
Bruins drop a 59-53 decision to Stanford here at Pauley Pavilion tonight. Josh Lewin, Tracy Murray with you. Our helpful Bruin of the game driven by your helpful SoCal Honda dealers. Go to SoCalHondaDealers.com to find the helpful Honda dealer near you. Berke Buchtenschel continues to really work out there. Ended up with 13 points. He was 4 of 7 from the field. Adem Bona was 4 of 6, by the way, and very close to a double-double. Adem with 12 points, 9 rebounds, 4 blocks, and 3 steals. Now, no one else had a block, and Bona had 3 of the 7 steals, but kind of too obvious to give it to Bona. We're looking off the grid, going to Buchtenschel, who continues to try to work his way into a deeper part of the rotation. He did play 22 minutes of energetic basketball in this one, but too many of the Bruins shooters, unfortunately, Tracy, just did not shoot the ball as they needed to. Vide was 1 of 6, everything from close range. Stefanovic missed his last 5 shots. We've talked about Andrews 2 for 13. Mack was 3 of 12 before his last 2 3-pointers went right in.
Yeah, I mean, you can't win unless you put the ball in the basket, Josh. At the end of the day, that's what it is. You can defend all you want. At the end of the day, you got to be able to put the ball in the basket.
The Bruins with 67 points per game, 4 coming in, and obviously a little bit below that tonight, so they're even deeper towards the bottom of the Pac-12. In terms of what they allow, it's still around 61, 62 points a game. It was 59 tonight. So they're basically one of the top 10 or 12 defensive teams in the country in terms of points per game allowed. But they're slipping down to around 300th in the country in points scored.
But that's confirming what I'm saying. They're doing a decent job defending. They just can't throw the ball in the ocean.
So, again, a 59-53 final tonight. For now, let's send it back for more stats and out-of-town scores. Dave Pulaski standing by in the studio.
All right, thanks so much, Josh. And, yeah, let's go through the rest of the Pac-12 scoreboard. Only one other Pac-12 game going on tonight, and it's at the Galen Center, where USC is trying to get their first conference win of the season and avoid their first 0-3 start in the Pac-12 since 2014, taking on Cal tonight. Right now, Trojans leading the Golden Bears 61-47 with 11:52 remaining in the second half. In that matchup, Kobe Johnson with 12 points and 6 rebounds for USC as they look to get back to 500 on the season, currently at 6-7, taking on a Cal team that has lost 18 straight in Pac-12 play, dating back to January of 2023. Taking a look at the upcoming Pac-12 schedule for this week, it'll be Oregon and Washington squaring off in Seattle tomorrow. That's going to be a 6 o'clock tip. Ducks coming off of that 5-point win against UCLA on Saturday. They've won 3 in a row in 6 of the last 7. They're 2-0 in Pac-12 play for the first time since the 2020-2021 season. Washington, they stumbled in the mountains. They lost 95-90 at Utah on New Year's Eve, their second straight loss after a 4-game winning streak. They won the only meeting with Oregon last year, 72-71 in overtime at home, trying to get their third straight win in that series. Meanwhile, number 10 Arizona trying to shake off that 18-point loss against Stanford over the weekend. They will be welcoming in Colorado. The Buffaloes are playing great right now, off to a 2-0 start in Pac-12 play for the first time since the 2014-2015 season. KJ Simpson, he has been carrying the load, a career-high 34 points and a 74-67 win against Washington State on Sunday. He currently leads the Pac-12 in scoring at 21 points per game. Arizona, they are first in the Pac-12 in scoring offense. Colorado is second. You can expect some offensive fireworks at McHale Center coming up tomorrow night. Oregon State and Washington State, the last 2 surviving members of the Pac-12 as we know it. Beavers and Cougars going head-to-head. Of course, Oregon State with an 86-70 win against USC on Saturday. They won 6 of the last 7 games. The only loss coming against UCLA in the Pac-12 opener last Thursday. Washington State, they fell to Colorado 74-67, but they have won their last 3 meetings against the Beavers. The 305th all-time meeting between the Cougs and the Beavs, a series that dates back to 1907, tied for the 6th longest series in college basketball history. And rounding out the upcoming Pac-12 schedule for tomorrow, Utah and Arizona State. Sun Devils and Running Utes off to a 2-0 start in Pac-12 play. Sun Devils did it the hard way. They had to rally back to beat Cal 71-69 in Berkeley on Sunday. Trailed by 10 at the half in that one. Their second straight comeback from a double-digit deficit in the second half. They also trailed Stanford by 10 with 5 minutes left before rallying for the victory in that one, taking on a Utah team that's won 8 in a row, their longest streak since the 2015-2016 season. Also want to remind you about UCLA women's basketball. The number 2 Bruins off to a 12-0 start on the season. They will welcome in Oregon to Pauley Pavilion on Friday night. That's going to be a 7 o'clock tip-off. UCLA, their 7th consecutive week at number 2, their highest ever national ranking, in that big win over number 6 USC on Saturday in front of a sold-out crowd at Pauley Pavilion, over 13,000 for that matchup last weekend. Time now to send it back to Pauley Pavilion with Josh Lewin.
All right, Dave, thank you very much. Again, 59-53, Stanford was the final tonight. The Bruins blazed out to that 10-0 lead, 16-6, and the shots just kind of stopped dropping. And the Cardinal come up with a 6-point win tonight. Mick Cronin, very appreciative of him joining us right now. And Mick, just curious what you told your team after this one tonight.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Sorry.
Turned the ball over on 24% of our possessions for the second straight game. You know, now I know it's frustrating when you go 19 for 58 and can't make a shot, but our rebounding was really bad tonight offensively. Really bad. We had guys standing and watching. Instead of going after it, which is our only chance, guys, literally our only chance. So if we miss 41 shots, we got to get at least 18 offensive rebounds. But we can't. You can't go turn it. You turn it. The team doesn't press and doesn't pressure the ball. They do not trap when you have 16 turnovers. It's hard to win. Right. We had a lead in the first half. We immediately couldn't wait to foul and put them at 90 feet from the basket. Burke did it. Kenny did it. Same thing happened. We blew the lead at Oregon in the first half. Couldn't wait to foul 95 feet from the basket. So we don't play smart. But the turnovers are just destroy you. Destruction. Yeah. If you turn the ball over 1 out of every 4 times, you got no chance. Like 0.
Right. Like the first 8 minutes, the way you guys came out the gate, if they can just bottle that up, and that's how they can win basketball games. They played D, they made shots. The energy
played D
was
the whole
high.
game, though, really.
Yeah.
I mean, they shot 36%.
Right. But
same
the
team
energy
had
was
100
high
on Arizona 3 days ago.
Right. You guys are continuing to play defense.
But you can't shoot 21% in the second half.
Right. Like all of it was together. That's basically my point.
But we shot 21%.
Yep.
I've never had a team. That's the worst in 21 years. Mm-hmm. I've never had a team shoot 21% in a half.
Right.
And then you tack on the turnovers. I don't know how many we had at halftime, but I told them early in the game we're up 10. I said we're up 10 because we only have 1 turnover. Mm-hmm. Dylan had an over and back that should never have happened. Mm-hmm. Dribbling between his legs for no reason. Can't just throw a simple entry pass. No excuse for that. Mm-hmm. But he really struggles to listen, just like some of these other guys. So I'm struggling to get guys better because their aptitude is an issue. Mm-hmm. Aptitude is the most important thing because for a teacher, for his students to have. That's what separates students, aptitude, ability to learn and apply. That's an area where we're struggling right now. So our rate of development is not what it needs to be.
Another thing you've talked to us about, Coach, is confidence. And I'm wondering about that right now for a guy like Dylan who, a 2 for 12, a 2 for 13, stuff like that. And not to pick on Dylan, other guys too. What happens when confidence starts to slip? How does a young player get that back?
You get in the gym and you get better. And then you maybe try to play point guard get some assists.
Fair enough. Yep. All right. Well, Mick, thank you. I don't want to keep you. The rest of the media is waiting for you. Thank you for being gracious enough to come out. We'll see you Saturday.
You got it. Thanks, Josh.
All right. That is Mick Cronin. The Bruins do fall tonight, 59-53. Let's go back to studio and Dave Pulaski.
All right. Thank you, Josh. And let's get into the top 25 scoreboard here from this Wednesday night, and just a couple of games in the top 25 to tell you about, and both ended up being upsets. Number 16 Clemson goes on the road at Miami, and the Hurricanes come away with a 95-82 victory over the 16th ranked Tigers. Jim Larrañaga gets it done again for the Hurricanes. They're now 9-0 at home this season, 150-49 at the Watsco Center under Jim Larrañaga in his 13th season. Matthew Cleveland, the former Florida State Seminole, had 23 points in the victory for the Hurricanes over Clemson. 95-82 the final in that one. Meanwhile, number 23 Providence in an old school Big East battle against Seton Hall. The Pirates come away with the road victory 61-57 as Kadari Richmond 16 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists. Signature win for Seton Hall as they are now 9-5 overall, 2-1 in the Big East. That's one of those games that they can look back on if they end up being on the bubble for the NCAA tournament in a couple of months, and they can point at the road win over Providence, and that's a series that goes all the way back to 1927. Seton Hall, a big victory on the road at Providence, and again, they hold the Friars to just 57 points. Friars are winless when they are held under 70 points this season. 11-0 when scoring 71 or more, 0-3 when held below that mark. That's a look at your top 25 scoreboard. After this timeout, we'll go through the game stats in this one as UCLA falls to Stanford 59-53 at Pauley Pavilion. You're listening to the UCLA Sports Network from Learfield.
Today, with so much uncertainty in our lives, it's understandable to feel stressed, anxious, worried, or frustrated. It's normal. But getting help for your mental health is a slam dunk with free resources from Cal Hope. Make a game plan by calling our warm line at 833-317-4673 or try our secure and confidential live chat today at calhope.org. Cal Hope, a proud sponsor of UCLA Athletics.
You know, I'm trying to change the game. I'm born and raised in LA. In so many different cultures, everyone has a word for kind of the cool uncle. You know, I'm everybody's uncle and I'm going to treat you like family at my firm. Insurance companies, defense counsel, all these guys, they don't care about you. They want to get out of having to pay you $1. I'm here for the people. You don't want to ever go into a fight where the other side has a lawyer and you don't. All I want to do is be the LA lawyer go-to, and I'm here for everybody.
UCLA basketball is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Drivers who switch and save with Progressive save nearly $750 on average. Call or click today and find out if we could save you hundreds on your car insurance.
Hey, UCLA fans! Thank you for voting for Yamaha Resort and Casino at San Manuel as the best casino outside of Las Vegas and the Pines Modern Steakhouse as best casino restaurant in the 2023 USA Today 10 Best Readers' Choice Awards. We appreciate your support and votes in putting us on top. Join us at Yamaha Resort and Casino, California's #1 entertainment destination for big wins and bigger prizes. Details at Yamaha.com. Must be 21 to enter. Please gamble responsibly.
Join our team to build a stronger LA. At the Los Angeles Department of Water and Power, you'll receive competitive pay, excellent benefits, and many opportunities for professional and personal growth while providing water and power to Angelinos. We are looking for engineers, chemists, and other bright minds, new or seasoned, to keep our city charged and hydrated. Apply today at joinladwp.com.
Post-game show is presented by Westcom. Show off your Bruin pride with the Westcom Bruin Edge Visa credit card. Visit westcom.org to apply and for terms and conditions. UCLA starts out 2024 on a down note, losing 59-53 to Stanford at Pauley Pavilion tonight. Dave Pulaski inside the Learfield Network studios. Time now to go through the game stats on this loss for UCLA as they drop to 6-8 on the season, now 1-2 in Pac-12 conference play. The Bruins shooting 19 of 58 from the floor, 33% for the ball game. That was after UCLA hit 8 of their first 9 shots from the field. They ended up struggling mightily in the remainder of the contest as they only made 11 field goals in the final 35 or so minutes. 3 of 13 from beyond the arc. That was boosted a little bit by Sebastian Mack, knocking down a couple of three-pointers in the waning seconds. 23% from three-point range. Bruins were accurate at the free throw line, hitting on 12 of 15 from the charity stripe for an 80% clip. Meanwhile, Stanford at 18 of 50 for the ball game, just 36%, as head coach Mick Cronin pointed out just a little while ago. They went 6 of 20 from three-point land for a 30% rate, 17 of 21 at the foul line, hitting on 81% of their foul shots. Rebounds went UCLA's way, 36-30. The offensive boards also to UCLA, 11-9. As a result, second chance points favored the Bruins quite favorably, actually, 12-6 in terms of second chance points. The bench points were dominated by Stanford, 29-6. Points in the paint were nearly even, 22-20 in favor of the Bruins. The Cardinal had the edge in fast break points, 9-0. UCLA with 4 block shots compared to Stanford's 1. Each team with 7 steals in the ball game. UCLA committed 16 turnovers. Stanford with 14. The points off of turnovers were nearly even as well, 16-15, going the Cardinal way. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have the individual numbers from tonight's ball game as UCLA suffers a 59-53 loss at home to Stanford. This is the UCLA Sports Network from Learfield.
Show off your Bruin pride with the Westcom Bruin Edge Visa credit card that will make you want to 8-clap. Earn 5% cash back on select UCLA purchases and 1.5% cash back everywhere else. Plus, enjoy no annual fee and get a $500 cash back bonus when you spend $2,500 in the first 3 months. Now that's better banking for Bruins. Visit westcom.org to apply and for terms and conditions.
That to-do list you have needs one more thing. Chill. It's an easy thing to do. Just crack open an ice-cold Coors Light and chill. Take the afternoon off and binge watch anything. Go to happy hour and stay for a couple hours. Who's counting anyways? Or hang out with just your dog, because you've had enough human interaction this week. Whatever you do it with a Coors Light. Mountain Cold Refreshment made to chill.
2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly. This is the UCLA Sports Network from Learfield.
Once you get your hot stuff freshly grilled right in front of you at Jersey Mike's, I'll tell you, there's no going back to anything else. That'd be like going back to calling your friend on their home phone.
Hello, McDougal residence.
Hi, can Jerry come to Jersey Mike's?
Jerry! May I ask who's calling?
It's Danny.
It's Donnie! Pick up the phone! Yoo-hoo!
You know what? I'll call him when the cell phone gets invented. Nope. There's no going back once you get it freshly grilled. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Ralph's always gives you savings and rewards on top of our lower than low prices. And when you download the Ralph's app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons. Plus, you can earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. And with a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. So you can always save big every day with our savings and rewards. Ralph's, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
Back on the Westcom Bruin locker room report, UCLA loses to Stanford 59-53, the third straight home loss for UCLA. Today's game brought to you in part by Fubo, the official streaming platform of the Pac-12 Conference. Watch every Pac-12 game live without cable. Dave Pulaski inside the Learfield Network studios. Let's go through your individual stats from today's ball game as the Bruins had 3 players reach double figures. Sebastian Mack ended up leading UCLA scores with 14 points thanks to those back-to-back threes in the waning seconds. 5 of 13 for the field, 2 of 3 from three-point land for Sebastian Mack. Meanwhile, Berke Buchtenschul continues his development and starts to round into form after that early season injury. He ends up with 13 points in today's ball game. Adem Bona just missed a double-double. He had 12 points along with 9 rebounds. He had 3 steals and 4 block shots as Adem Bona did a nice job of filling up the stat sheet. Went just 4 of 6 shooting from the field and 4 for 4 at the free throw line. Also getting into the scoring column for UCLA, Dylan Andrews had 4 points, although he was just 2 of 13 from the floor. Lazar Stefanovic had 4 points as well for UCLA. Jan Vide, Brandon Williams and Will McClendon all had 2 points. Playing and not scoring was Kenny Nuba, Adai Mata, and Elaine Fiblé. Meanwhile, for Stanford, they only had one player reach double figures. That was Kanan Carlisle, who had 17 points in the ball game. The rest of it was a balanced attack. All 9 Cardinal players who got into the ball game ended up scoring at least 1 point. Andrei Stojakovic, who had the go-ahead three-pointer for Stanford, that gave them their first lead in the game in the second half. They ended up never looking back after that. Stojakovic with 9 points. Maxime Reynaud had 8, 7 for Michael Jones, 6 points each for Spencer Jones as well as Brandon Angel, 3 points for Jared Bynum, 2 points for James Keefe, and 1 point for Benny Giller. 59-53, the final score. Stanford with the win over UCLA, and now the Bruins will try and shake themselves off, and they will hit the hardwood back at Pauley Pavilion coming up on Saturday as we look ahead to the next game. And it's brought to you by United Airlines, proud to fly UCLA athletics and their fans. It'll be the Bruins and the Cal Golden Bears, possibly for the last time. Of course, Bruins heading to the Big Ten next season. Cal will be a member of the ACC, much like Stanford. It's going to be a 7 o'clock tip-off from Pauley Pavilion on Saturday night. You can get your tickets at UCLABruins.com. If you can't make it out, you can always tune in to us. We'll have the pregame show beginning at 6:30 for that matchup between UCLA and Cal coming up on Saturday night to round out the weekend in Pac-12 play. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll send you back to Pauley Pavilion one final time as Josh and Tracy will author their final thoughts as UCLA loses to Stanford 59-53. Here on the UCLA Sports Network from Learfield.
Fubo is the official streaming platform of UCLA Athletics. With Fubo, you can watch every Pac-12 game, plus more college and pro sports, shows, movies, and news on over 350 live TV channels. Stream it live on your TV, phone, and other devices. No cable required. The best part? You can try Fubo free. There's no contract or commitment. To start watching, just go to FuboTV.com. That's FUBOTV.com.
You know, I'm trying to change the game. I'm born and raised in LA. In so many different cultures, everyone has a word for kind of the cool uncle. You know, I'm everybody's uncle, and I'm going to treat you like family at my firm. Insurance companies, defense counsel, all these guys, they don't care about you. They want to get out of having to pay you $1. I'm here for the people. You don't want to ever go into a fight where the other side has a lawyer and you don't. All I want to do is be the LA lawyer go-to, and I'm here for everybody.
UCLA basketball is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Looking for a career path with flexibility and great pay and benefits? Go to progressive.com/careers and apply online today.
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup for the 2023-24 college athletics season? You can follow the standings of your favorite school or alma mater at L Directors Cup on Twitter and online at thedirectorscup.com. That's thedirectorscup.com and L Directors Cup on Twitter. Trophies will be awarded in June 2024 to the winning institutions in all competitive divisions. Learfield Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
Aw, shucks, the game's on TV, but I can't listen to the call of my favorite team broadcasters.
Never fear, Sync My Game is here.
Sync My Game?
Yes, Sync My Game. If you have a DVR and streaming device, head to syncmygame.com from Learfield. It's never been easier to hear the impassioned voices of your favorite radio crew synced with the TV.
Wow, thank you, Mr.
Just remember, syncmygame.com.
Terrific start for UCLA, a horrible finish for UCLA. At one point in the second half, they somehow missed 22 of 25 field goal attempts. And that rough patch of ice leads to a 59-53 Stanford win.
It's hard to win when you can't put the ball in the basket.
Yep, that's the takeaway from this one, as the Bruins now are 6-8 for the season. Stanford gets a win that takes them to 7-6, and the Bruins will look to rinse and spit the taste of this against Cal on Saturday night. That's the game they're going to be projected to win, but they're going to have to shoot better than 33%. That's no doubt it. The color commentator that you heard tonight was the great Tracy Murray, our engineer Bert Weiner, studio host Dave Pulaski, coordinating producer Damon Dukakis. Thanks as well to Stephen Hartzell and Paul Engel. This is Josh Lewin. Hoping you enjoyed the broadcast, if not the outcome. The Bruins, who had won 29 straight at home, now have lost 3 straight at home. Again, the unhappy final tonight, Stanford 59 and the Bruins 53. Good night.
You've been listening to the Westcom Bruin Locker Room Report on the UCLA Sports Network from Learfield. Today's game has been brought to you by Ready, the official protein of UCLA Athletics. Championship Nutrition, fueling UCLA champions. Your helpful SoCal Honda dealers. It's their job to be helpful. Fubo, watch every Pac-12 game live without cable. Westcom Credit Union, the official banking partner of UCLA Athletics. Show off your Bruin pride with the Westcom Bruin Edge Visa credit card. Visit westcom.org to apply and for terms and conditions. Coors Light, mountain cold refreshment made to chill. 2023 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly. And by UCLA Health, where discovery leads to world-class healthcare. Elevate your game. The proceeding has been a Learfield presentation of the UCLA Sports Network.